Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It's Friday, which means one thing. Raiders Friday happy hour, or as Patrick B likes to call it, a tailgate party. And we got a hell of a show on tap for everyone tuned in today. We got Minicamp winners and losers, a Raiders mailbag. We got some news and rumors, which we'll talk about, probably discussing, I don't know, maybe Josh Jacobs squatting 550 pounds. I also figured, it'd be fun, since Minicamp is in the bag, let's also break down a brand new 53-man roster projection after Raiders mandatory minicamp. And then once we get through all that, we're going to let our hair down here a little bit. Raiders Friday happy hour. But as y'all know, if it's Friday, if y'all are ready here to have a good time, which I hope everyone is here to have a good time. Where are you guys watching from right now? Welcome in my co-host, Jeremy.
Whoa! Let's go!
Wow, I'll tell you what, that is a wake-up call if I have ever heard one. Let's go. Where are you watching from? Area code city. We're going to get some shout-outs here. Got some absolute legends in the chat. What's up, Martin? What up, Isaac Jose Delgado? One of the legends himself, Mount Raidermore member. You guys know him as John Borelli. We got Patrick B. David Longzon in the chat. Hector, Juan Hernandez, Sneffler, Luis Rodriguez.
Let's go.
Matt Solomon. Let's keep them flowing right now. What up, Juan Hernandez? Are we going to see you this weekend out in Vegas, out in California from Ishmael? I was talking with Killer Cruisin'. He's going to be out in Vegas this weekend. I was talking with Rebel Montana. He's going to be out in Vegas this weekend. Tri-Van is literally on a plane to Las Vegas right now to come hang out with Jeremy Chuggs and I during our wing eating contest up against Jermaine Illuminor. So we got 225 people watching. Got some big-time legends in the chat. And you know what? My question out there is, because we got some heavy hitters in there, who's going to be the MVP of today's show? Anytime we do certain shows, we always break down MVPs. So this is what I want you guys to do. Take a guess. Right now, is it going to be a member of Mount Raidermore? Is it going to be somebody like a Patrick B? Could it be a Raiderzilla? I see Artino in the chat. Artino's a scary mother effer. Jose Garcia. Apparently Alex is, unless there's a new one, because it says Alex Castillo in Northern California. I think there's a Doppler gang R. John Ballarelli said, your boy's going fishing. Solomon says Patrick B. B-Ray, where's Zon? Zon is in the chat. What's up?
Robert said he's not here yet.
Who's not here yet?
I don't know.
Zon's here. Ron's not here. I don't know if Wild One's here yet, but Wild One,
he's Patrick B.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, Patrick B is a sneaky, sneaky guy, man. We'll see. But guess what? Whoever is the MVP of today's show, now I get it.
Why are you asking that?
Well, I'm asking it because I get it. Not every person has a jersey. However, if you do have a Raiders Report jersey and you are the MVP of today's show, I'm going to wear your jersey tomorrow out in Vegas. So I actually have already 3 jerseys picked out today that I'm going to wear during my Raiders Friday happy hour show. And guess what? If you end up winning, I'm going to wear your jersey. If you do not have a jersey yet, then we will get you another prize. So don't worry, we will get you another prize. I don't want to give away the prize idea because I think it's going to be a pretty damn cool one. Let's just say it involves a signature. Let's just say that. So whoever is the MVP of today's show, I'm going to be wearing your jersey tomorrow when we're out at the Barcode Burgers Hot Wing Eating Contest in Las Vegas when I take on Jermaine Illuminor. So since we're talking about this,
there's a lot of people already behind.
There's a few people already behind. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to show this. We're going to get the party going crazy, and then what we're going to end up doing is I want you to show everybody the Raiders Report happy hour deals that we have going on today. Sound good?
Let's do it.
You guys ready to get this party started? This one's rolling in from Wild One 14. Bang! What's good about this is Wild One sent in a $100 super chat on Tuesday. I had his jersey on. He goes, I didn't realize we were on loop. So Wild One's got the early lead for today's MVP. And since I had the jersey on, I'm going to do a boot for Wild One.
Let's go.
Chugs, this is what I want y'all to do. Spam Wild One like David Zahn is right now. Huge shout out to John Scheffler, Will Thompson. And then we're going to get into today's Raiders Friday happy hour deals.
Ooh-wee.
Sounds good. Wild One, hopefully you're here.
Robert Jansen. Martin, I got your jersey on, bud. David Zahn, John Scheffler, Will Thompson, Mello, El Loco, Uno, Rebel Montana, Matt Solomon, Sherry Lynn Collins, Juan Hernandez, keep them coming, Ivan Sosa, La Sosa, Steven Roots, DJ Laquila, Mario, Abby Barrios, Raider Kiko Ramirez, Scott O'Brien, let's go, Woo. Eric M, Silver Ice, Luis Rodriguez. It's Raiders happy hour, baby. Let's go.
I am ready to let the hair down here a little bit. And honestly, you ever, I'll say this. You ever have like a drink or two and it wakes you up a little bit? Like before the show started, I looked at Chugs. I was like, man, it's been a long week here.
It's been a while.
Really excited for the weekend. And, like when you're really looking forward to something, sometimes like the day seems like it drags on a little bit. I'm ready to go. That woke me up a little bit. Can you do me a favor? I want y'all to show the nation what the deals are today. Got special deals going on because today is National Tom Downey Day, which for those of you that don't know, June 9th is the nicest day on Tom's calendar. So I figured we'd have some 69 deals. Let's get some 69s in the chat. Every 200 likes, we will be playing Tuna Clock. If you send in a super chat over $6.90, we're taking a drink. Every $69 super chat, beer bong. We haven't played Craggy games in a while, so I figured if we get a 100, we're going to be banging. Giggity. And then we're going to play Craggy, and losers got to do 2 tequila shots.
Also, $100, as always, you can show it to them.
The Boot Hall of Fame.
You get in the Boot Hall of Fame as well.
The Boot Hall of Fame. And if you are the MVP of today's show, we're going to be wearing your jersey out in Las Vegas. So that's like guys like Martin. You could be the MVP. We got David Longs on. What about John Scheffler?
Ooh.
I got Eric M. Not the jersey, but shout out to him. Def Jasper got that one ready to rock and roll as well. So this is the way that this show is going to go. If you haven't already hit that like button, please make sure you do so right now. One of the segments that we got coming up here today is going to be looking at minicamp winners and minicamp losers. And I like doing this show because I do think it lays out a little bit more in depth of some of the things that happened and some of the things that didn't happen for some players during minicamp. My question to you is this. If you've watched the show, we have talked about minicamp, which was from June 6th to June 8th. Minicamp now is over for the silver and black. If you had to guess, who is the biggest winner so far? Give me a name. Give me a name right now. Who is the biggest winner so far? And we got a super chat rolling in here from Luis Rodriguez. Mitch just turned 24 today. Can I get a Raiders? Happy birthday to Luis Rodriguez.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luis Rodriguez. Happy birthday to you. Everybody spam HBD. Got a super chat rolling in here from Mario,
Toss me one of them
who's always down to have a good time. They are ice cold. Ice cold. What up, Raider Kiko? What up, Rue?
That was in sync.
Yeah. I took you more for a Backstreet Boys guy. Drink, drink, drink. Love you guys, nation. Let's have some fun. And can I get a Raiders. Appreciate y'all tuning in again. Let's go back to some of these Minicamp winners so far.
I see
Juan
Aiden
Hernandez.
O'Connell's in the chat.
Seeing a lot of Aiden O'Connell's as well, which he was a winner, but is he going to crack my top 5? That does still remain to be seen. B-Ray, what about Jacorian Bennett? Very interesting name right there. Benjamin Perez says Jacorian Bennett. Matt Solomon, Divine Diablo. Abe, Divine Diablo.
Patrick B
Says Trey
Fred.
Tucker. Drake Thomas from Anthony. I can agree with that. Alex Screamin' Raiders. Pete Boogie. Aiden O'Connell. Well, luckily for you, coming up here today on our live show, we're going to be getting into the biggest Raiders minicamp winners and losers.
Robert saying Baby Gronk.
Honestly, you made me look. I don't know if that's true. I don't see it.
Nope, Robert Jansen.
Now I see. Michael Mayer. Well, here's the thing, Robert. Michael Mayer didn't participate in Raiders mandatory minicamp. So, just saying, did not participate in Raiders mandatory minicamp. We got 250 people watching. If you haven't clicked that like button yet, please make sure that you do so. And remember, tomorrow we're going to be out in Las Vegas. Please pull up to the scene June 10th from noon to 3 p.m. as I take on Jermaine Illuminor in a wing eating contest. My question to you is this. If you're going to sit down and eat wings, and I'm saying buffalo wings, I'm allowed to get 2 dipping sauces if I want.
Ooh.
I can either choose ranch or I'm allowed to go with blue cheese. Or do I just go with no dipping sauce? What is better for wings? Buffalo wings. Are you going with ranch or are you going with blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
I'll say this. When it comes to buffalo wings, I like blue cheese. I would say any other wing, I would choose ranch.
Yeah.
Buffalo, Buffalo is the only time I'm picking blue cheese. However, anything else, I would go ranch. Christian, also ranch. King Sanchez, blue cheese. B from Martin. We got Too Nasty from Act. They don't like them. Mayer has an injury, potentially. Ranch from OB Boogie. Blue cheese from B Ritz. Matt Solomon says don't go with any. Let's go to John Scheffler today. Thanks, Mitch and Chugs. Got my Raider boot. Today I might just break it out and do one today.
Hey, John said I might mess around, hit the boot, and become the MVP.
I'll tell you this, John.
You're 91 away from being the MVP today.
91 from being the MVP. John, what's your Instagram? I don't know if I have. Let me see if I got John Scheffler on Instagram here.
John Borelli, your son was just in here. You just missed him.
Let me see if I got John. John, I don't know if I got you on IG. And if I do, we might have to do a boot together. Hey, John, just let me know, man.
I think he just stepped out of the room. I'll tell him to come in whenever he walks by.
We'll bring him in, man. We'll go get Trizzy Trace.
AKA Borelli Jr.
Hey, it's not the worst thing. He's probably been called worse. Borelli is a legend here in these streets.
Last question of the build-up.
Before we get into today's actual show, do you want Josh Jacobs to play on the franchise tag?
Trace.
Type yes, or I want you to type no. So today, Josh Jacobs' video, him squatting 550 pounds, was put on there. We know that he hasn't signed the franchise tag yet. If he does, he's going to make $10.1 million. What up, Trizzy?
You're on.
You can actually talk if you'd like.
What's up, Borelli? How you doing, pal? Good to see you, man. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Hope you have a good weekend. Also, I'm really thirsty, so send in a John Borelli bang. Dad.
300 people tuned in. Is he going to play on the franchise tag? Juan Hernandez believes yes. Josh Cook says yes. Martin shouting out Trizzy Trace. Borelli, my dude, happy Friday. What up, Free Fly? We got Paul spamming yes. No from Raider for Life. Sucker Free, yes. No, Pay the Man from Abby. Rebel Montana believes it. Dave Wardrick Jr. says no. Another super chat rolling in here from Rebel Montana. I got the football as well, and I'll attend the event. That sounds good. I mean, I'm telling you what. I am really curious to see what Rebel looks like. Like, I know what Trivan looks like. I know what Killa looks like. If he pulls up looking like Eevee.
I was going to say, what if Rebel is Eevee?
He's Eevee. He was the Eevee voice in Pokemon back in the 90s, and he's just stuck with it ever since.
Eevee.
I'm going to bring my beer stone, though, to see him turn into Beertion. So we'll see how it looks. Rebel, I am very excited to see what you do actually look like, though. It's always a weird thing because, you know, you get to know people by their YouTube. Like that's how I know Rebel. Like, I see the Eevee thing. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's Rebel. He's going to show up tomorrow. He's like, yo, I'm Rebel Montana. I'm like, holy shit, now I know. I'm excited to meet a lot of Raider fans tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of press there, which is going to be a really cool thing. A lot of Raiders players, from what I understand. A lot of NFL guys as well. So it'll be a cool opportunity for y'all to sit down and meet with some peeps.
Borelli said, what does my boy want to drink? Well, it's really up to you.
Yeah, Borelli.
69 beer bong, 100. He'll play Mitch in some Craggy.
Ooh.
Loser does 2 tequila shots.
I'm down.
And you'd be tied for the MVP of today. And Mitch would be wearing a John Borelli.
Ooh, man.
Yay.
I'm down.
Or a cat. Or you can choose. Or a cat. Or Marianne.
Yeah, that's true. Rebel's got plenty. I'll say this. I'll make you a deal right now. Okay? I'll make a deal. Well, you got the Smart UK jersey on right now.
Yeah.
You got the Smart UK on right now.
Yeah.
Are you down? If Rebel's the MVP today, okay? If he wants, you can wear the Smart UK as well tomorrow, or the Chugs. We can do both. We can bring both.
Yeah.
You can bring the other one. Get a pick. Smart UK it up for Martin. Martin says, no, I'm Rebel Montana. Peak Boogie wants him to extend Josh Jacobs. Hey, there is a opportunity there. Borelli, you give me the deal, my man, and we'll make it happen. So here's what I want to know from all of y'all. Once we get to 200 likes, we play Tuna Clock. If you don't know what Tuna Clock is, it is Shot Clock here on the Raiders Report. What up, Raider Sancho? And if you haven't already, hit that like button. What the hell are you waiting for? Let's go. I want to get this show going. It's Friday. We got the weekend coming up here, Chugs, and I have a very early flight tomorrow. Our flight leaves here. Our boarding time, we have to board the plane
at 5 a.m.
5 a.m. We're going to get out to Vegas bright and early, and from there, we're going to hit the ground running. First time Super Chat. We're rolling in here from Benjamin. Oh, my goodness. Perez, if Jimmy G stays healthy for most of the season and our defense is better this year, how likely is it that we win our division? I'm going to say this in the most respectful way possible. Even if Jimmy G is healthy, I don't see the Raiders winning this division. I mean, you got the Kansas City Chiefs in this division. Like,
so,
that's... I want to be able to say...
But before we get to this next one, John Borelli just asked, $500 for a boot race, and then you wear his jersey tomorrow. Are you down?
So me and Trizzy do boot race, and I wear the Borelli jersey tomorrow? Just want to confirm. Or are you saying boot race and you get a jersey? Because, I mean...
He said non-new jersey.
Yeah. If it's a 500, you get a new jersey. You are in the lead to be the MVP, and we'll do a boot race. That's a done deal. Done deal.
That's a deal done.
That's, you got it. I'm nervous now. Though, I believe, Borelli, your jersey's what, 22 and it's white. I just washed it. I just had to wash all the white jerseys 3 days ago because, believe it or not, I wear makeup on this show, and I had some makeup around the collars and stuff. So, that's the deal. That is the deal. Oh! Patrick seems to have actual direction for the first time in years. Now that PG has more of his guys than the other DC guy, the defense can be scary good this year if it clicks. Scary good? I don't know about that. I think the only way that this Raiders defense is scary good is if... So one of the old defensive schemes that Patrick Graham used to employ is like a 5 front, okay? So they used to go 5 front, 2 linebackers, and then you drop 4 guys back into coverage. That was the scheme that Graham ran a few times. So like hypothetically speaking, if you go with a Chandler Jones, a Tyree Wilson, Max Crosby, all 3 of those players are healthy and playing at a high level, and then your defensive tackles, from what it sounds like, continue to play at a high level, and you're able to rotate those guys in. If Divine Diablo plays well, if you got a guy like Robert Spillane, and then your Merrick takes a step up, Nate Hobbs can be that dude. That's the only way that I see this defense being like scary good. However, I do think that this defense is going to be better than what people honestly believe. So we're going to add Patrick B to the Boot Hall of Fame, and now it's time for a little Craggy Games action. Chugs, I think it's going to be you against me.
Let's do it.
If it clicks from Patrick, I will admit, when you see a lot of the reports out there, and I've said this 100 times on this show, the Raiders have changed defensive schemes so many times that now just the fact that you're getting into year 2, that's really, really going to help out this Raiders regime. There's, no doubt about it to me. All right, so for those of you that don't remember, Craggy Games, loser has to take not 1, oh, this makes me nervous, but 2 tequila shots.
And I got us the extra big
Yeah,
glass.
that's going to be just devastating.
We got a double shot.
Yep.
It's a Kyler Murray boot.
That's a lot. 1800 is probably my least favorite tequila. I was talking to Alex. I was like, we should make our own tequila. I think it'd be kind of a fun thing to do, personally. Who you got? Type C for Chugs. M for Mitch. Again, huge shout out to Craggy Games here. And a huge shout out to Patrick B. Whoever loses, 2 shots. Ready? It's been a while. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. We're not in mid-season form. Come on. Come on. Oh. Who you got? M for Mitch, C for Chugs. I'll tell you what, so far, it's been a good battle. Oh, I thought I was about to take the lead. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're hot. Oh, man. I got cocky. Who you got? Dude. 2 tequila shots for Jeremy Chugs. Wah, wah, wah. Pour it up, pour it up. Pour it up, pour it up. Let's get them flowing, and guess what? We are 50 likes away. 50 likes away from Tuna Clock. And the deals that we got today are going to be extra. Good luck with that, my friend. Dude, I'm so happy. Oh, man, that's giving me chills. 1,800. I don't know who likes 1,800. Not me. We got to get mezcal. We got to get some mezcal flowing. I think that's what we got to do. And guess what? With that, we got a brand new MVP of today's show, Patrick B. Since Patrick B is watching right now, I'm going to give him the advantage over Wild One. Think it's fair. Think it's fair. So Patrick B, right now the front runner for MVP. I know I don't have your jersey, Patrick, but I feel like, man, we gotta get a Patrick B Raiders Report jersey. We gotta get one. Gotta get one. Not quite, but. All right, y'all. Who's ready to get into some Raiders content today? I don't know about you, but I am ready and eager to get today's show rocking and rolling. Remember, every $69 super chat, I'm doing a beer bong today. Every single one. It's June 9th. I feel like it's the only proper way to do it. So, 303 people watching. And guess what? Coming up here live on the Raiders Report, we're going to get into some minicamp winners and losers, then a Raiders mailbag, and then after that, we're going to do a Raiders 53-man roster projection. And then it's Friday after all. It's time for Raiders Friday Happy Hour. So, We Out Here Entertainment says, I was trying to make it to Vegas tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I don't know who's going to be able to be there. Luckily, we will be filming a lot of the stuff, so we're going to be able to film the wing eating contest. We're going to film some of the interviews. We're going to put some content out. I don't know if we're going to go live or anything like that, but if you can't come, giggity,
Nice.
we will put it up on YouTube.
Nice.
So you guys, you'll be able to see everything that we end up doing tomorrow as much as we possibly can. I know last year was a lot of fun, and I'm expecting big things this year as well. So even if you can't make it, I promise you, we're going to put something at least on the YouTube channel. Chugs, are you ready?
I'm ready. Mitch.
Are you guys ready to get today's show going? Raider for Life says, can't make that 6-hour drive. Hey, bro, I hate drive. I don't even drive to work. I wouldn't make a 30-minute drive, so I don't like the drive. I don't. Sorry.
Oh, God.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Here we go. Coming up.
A little coldie action.
Little coldie action, and coming up, minicamp winners and losers here on the Raiders Report. We're giving out shout-outs to all the new subs the entire month of June here on the Raiders Report. And if you're a loyal watcher, take that link that you see below, send it out to some of your friends and say, dude, this guy named Mitchell Renz, he's going to give you a shout-out on the show. Shout out to Bottled Boys, The Ugly Dojo. What up, gang? Flagrant Raider, and then South Hippo. I appreciate all y'all taking time out of your day to subscribe to the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It's Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And coming up here on today's show, minicamp winners and losers. With the way that everything sounded from minicamp, man, I probably could have done 15 to 20 winners. And I get it. It's the off season. It's the ultimate hype train. So what I tried to do is break it down from the 5 biggest winners, the 5 biggest losers, and I figured I'd sprinkle in a little honorable mentions as well. So for my Raiders minicamp winners, the first player rolling up here, it's got to be Neil Farrell Jr., the defensive tackle entering his second year out of LSU. One of the biggest reasons why he's a winner to me is because he had himself a very impressive offseason, and he looked pretty damn good during mandatory minicamp. So he's down to about 315 pounds. He was around 325 last season. And to me, the fact that he's getting work with the first and second team, like he has a shot to start as your main nose tackle for this team. And when you think about the amount of times that he was a healthy scratch last season, that's not going to happen this year. They are counting on Neil Farrell Jr. to be a pretty significant part to that interior. We got told before the 2023 NFL draft that there was a Raiders player, I'm telling y'all right now, you respect his opinion, and he flat out told us that he was worried about his work ethic, was worried if it was ever going to work. And then we got told, literally a week and a half ago, that looks like that the light bulb has gone on. Dude looks motivated. And for that reason, Neil Farrell Jr. is a winner. Farrell was also a teammate and drafted in the same year, unfortunately, as our loser here, Matthew Butler, out of Tennessee. Unfortunately for him, he was a healthy scratch in a bunch of games last season, and really when you think about it, never really saw the field. I have been told that the Raiders regret drafting him, and he's been working with mainly the second and third team. The problem is here for Matthew Butler is that they're going to keep either 5, 6 defensive tackles on this roster, which then puts him on the roster bubble. And when you're drafted in the 5th round, you're expected to at least make it on the team for a few years. He's a McDaniels guy. He's a Ziegler guy. But at the end of the day, if they're only going to keep 5 defensive tackles, no chance he makes it. I see them keeping 6. Neil Farrell Jr. going to make the team. Byron Young, lock. Bilal Nichols, lock. Nesta Jade Silvera will make it. This team really has been impressed by Adam Butler. And then, what? Are they going to keep Jerry Tillery? I would imagine. John Jenkins, he's getting up there in age. Like, maybe Matthew Butler makes it over him. But here's the problem. Like, I just sounded off 6 players that I'm pretty damn confident that they keep at DT. If they keep 7, then maybe Matthew ends up making this roster. Unfortunately for him, because of how well the defensive tackle room has looked this offseason and looked during minicamp, that makes him a loser. So how about this? Let's say you're Dave Ziegler. Let's say that you're Josh McDaniels. We're going to make this the pinned comment on today's minicamp winners and losers. How many defensive tackles will make the Raiders' 53-man roster? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? Let me know down in the comment section right now. Let's go to another minicamp winner here for the Las Vegas Raiders, and his name is Divine Diablo, the linebacker, which makes me unbelievably happy. And the reason why that I say that it makes me unbelievably happy is because I was worried. I had him as a bust. When I went to Cancun, I put out a video that he could be a bust. Well, guess what? He looks incredible from everything that I have read, everything that I have seen, people who I trust, and he's going to be wearing the green dot on defense. Diablo was super excited and happy the fact that he gets to wear the green dot. It's a huge pat on the back. Like, that is the ultimate. You know what? Like, if you want to know what McDaniels and Ziegler think of Diablo, the fact that he gets to wear the green dot, he's happy. He was a quarterback in high school, and he said, he likes being the quarterback of the defense here. McDaniels couldn't stop ranting and raving about him. Says that he loves his intelligence, his instincts for situational football. He's up to 234 pounds. Like, people are making fun of him because of how jacked he looks. But what I was most happy to hear is it sounds like he has taken that next step. Year 2, Patrick Graham's system, and learning how to cover. If Divine Diablo can cover, it's going to be exactly where this Raiders defense needs to go. Let's go to another minicamp loser here, and his name is Malcolm Kuntz, who is an edge rusher. I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. There is nothing bad that Kuntz did during minicamp. Like, I actually don't think that he had a bad minicamp. The unfortunate part for him is this. The coaching staff likes other players more. And that's just basically what it comes down to. If you guys don't already know, and I actually encourage you to go check out my guy Graphic Raider and the interview that he had with Garyon Conley, and Conley kind of talks about it. When new regimes come in, they want to bring in their guys. Malcolm Kuntz isn't one of their guys. The fact that Adam Plant Jr. has been pretty damn impressive. The fact that this team is going to keep 4 or 5 edge rushers kind of makes Kuntz, the odd man out. We know that the Silver and Black are going to keep Max Crosby. You know that the Raiders are going to keep Chandler Jones. You know that they're going to keep the number 7 overall pick in Tyree Wilson. So then, if they keep only 4 DEs like they did last year, I'm sorry, Kuntz isn't going to make it over Jordan Willis. Even though Willis didn't participate, the Raiders like him a lot. And I don't even know if he's going to make it over Adam Plant Jr., who are a lot of the players, who a lot of the coaching staff has been ranting and raving about. I like Malcolm, and this one sucks, but a lot of times that's just the way that the NFL works. A new regime comes in, a player who did not play a lot last season, and because of that, he's more than likely going to be one of the odd men out here, especially when you look at a lot of the Raiders' defensive ends. So Malcolm Kuntz is a loser for the Raiders during minicamp, and it's not because he was bad during minicamp. It's just because of all the other things that are going on around him right now. Now, if you guys don't already know, if you're trying to make a bet, whether it's on the Raiders during the regular season, the number one place to put all of your sports bets, huge shout out to BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders and make sure that you use Raiders promo code Raiders125. It's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. If you don't know what that means, it means if you put down $100 to bet with, they're going to give you $125 for free. And right now, what I'm betting on, Nuggets, the favorites by 3.5 against the Heat. The over-under, 211 points. I don't know which way that I'm going to go with who's going to win that game, but in terms of over-under, I'm taking the over. Life's too short to bet the under. A wise man once said that, allergic to peanuts. But if you want to bet on any sporting event, it's chatsports.com/Raiders, promo code Raiders125. Let's go to the next big-time minicamp winner here, and arguably maybe the biggest winner out of them all, Adam Plant Jr. And the reason why he makes the list here for minicamp winners is because as a UDFA, you are not expected to make the roster. Well, guess what? Plant is impressing players. Anytime a dude like Chandler Jones just unpromptly starts talking about you and saying, man, like this kid, he's different. That's what you like to see. When the coaching staff, especially this coaching staff, that they're going to be willing to bet on guys that they believe love football, that are going to be the typical first guys in, last people to leave. Like coaching staff that are, like this coaching staff wants dudes that are coachable. And everything I hear about Adam Plant Jr. is like, he is a much better athlete than what people anticipate. And on top of that, he's very coachable. So he's got a real shot at this 53-man roster. And also, like, the fact that Jordan Willis isn't practicing helps him. The fact that Tyree Wilson isn't practicing helps him. The fact that Malcolm Kuntz isn't a McDaniels and Ziegler guy, that helps him. So the fact that he has all these things working to his advantage and he's taken advantage of that opportunity, that's what every single person should want in any player, in any UDFA. When their time to shine is there, they took advantage of that time. And that's what Adam Plant Jr. is 100% doing. Let's go to another minicamp loser here. His name is Amik Robertson. And man, like just like what I mentioned with Malcolm Kuntz, it's not that Amik had a bad minicamp. And that's what kind of sucks, right? Because I've done this show for a long time, and y'all know Amik is one of my dogs. And it's not that he's played bad. It's just the coaching staff, they're going to look at other players. And the Raiders really, truly believe in Ja'Cory and Bennett, and they also believe in a lot of their second-year players. Like, I could see McDaniels and Ziegler, who probably know Sam Webb is a good player. Amik Robertson is a better player than Sam Webb right now. Amik Robertson is a better player than, I don't know, maybe somebody like a Bryce Cosby right now. Definitely better than Bryce Cosby. But it's about, can I make Sam Webb better in a year or two from now? Can I make a Bryce Cosby better in a year or two from now? And I believe that McDaniels and Ziegler, Patrick Graham, are willing to bet that they can make those guys better than what Amik Robertson is right now. So this team, they could keep 5 to 7 corners, and Amik is no doubt on the bubble. And because of that, unfortunately, it kills me, but it makes him a loser. With Amik Robertson being a loser, guess what? We got a winner rolling here at the cornerback position, and his name is Ja'Cory Bennett. I liked Bennett coming out of college. He was a player that I know Tom was a lot higher on, and I didn't quite understand it. But now, the more and more reports that I see, the more and more that it's starting to stick out. He's been working a lot with the first team, and I get it. He didn't participate on Thursday's practice, the final day of Raiders' mandatory minicamp, but I was told that that might have had more to do with a contract situation in terms of they liked what they saw so much from him on June 6th and June 7th that they were like, hey, don't worry about coming out here on 8th. I don't want you to get injured. And they want him to sign the deal. As it stands right now, Bennett and Michael Mayer are the only Raiders players from that rookie class that have yet to sign. And I just see him as being very comfortable already in the Patrick Graham system. He's a physical corner. He's got long arms, and he's a press man. That fits what this Raiders team is trying to do. And if you're a rookie and you can get on the field right away and you can start, that makes you a winner. You know what? Speaking of winners, I'm going to be a winner tomorrow, Saturday, at Barcode Burgers, and hopefully y'all are there to watch. Be able to meet Jeremy Chuggs and I, be able to meet Jermaine Illuminor, other Raiders players. From what I know Colton Miller will be there. I know Andre James is going to be there. I know some past NFL players are going to be there, current Raiders players on top of that. I've been texting and talking to a few UDFAs as well that said, if I get time, I might pull up. But bottom line, it's this. It's June 10th, noon to 3 p.m., and all the proceeds go to a charity event in Las Vegas. Look up Barcode Burgers. It's going to be a hell of a time. And then afterwards, we're going to be hanging out, having some beers, watching the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Tri-Van's going to be there. Killer Cruisin's going to be there. Rebel Montana's going to be there. My question to you is this. Will you be there? One person who, I don't know if is going to be there, and probably, I don't know if I want him there. He'd probably kick my ass. Justin Huron, because he is, unfortunately, a minicamp loser. Huron did not participate at all in any of the days. He suffered a season-ending injury last season after the Raiders traded from him from the Patriots, and I know a lot of people out there like, well, he was the Patriot. He's probably going to make the roster. Unfortunately for him, if the season ended today, I was told that he would not make this team. Or what did I say? Ended? If the season started today, he would not make the 53-man roster. And it's not because, again, he didn't do anything, but because he didn't do anything and because of how good that this Raiders offensive line looks right now, dude, I'm telling you, they could legitimately keep 11 to 12 players on other, in past years. That's how deep they are. I don't see them keeping that many. They're probably going to keep 9, 10 offensive linemen, which is why I said I see a trade end up going down. But to me, when you consider the fact that not every single one of these offensive linemen is a starter. No, I'm not saying that. But there are a lot of offensive linemen here on this team that deserve to be on a lot of NFL 53-man rosters. And for Huron, who's battling injuries right now, and then you got some other players and you got some other guys who honestly might have higher upside, that's why I see him as a minicamp loser. So as you look right now, the reports around the Raiders offensive line room, you got to give a lot of kudos to Carmen Brasillo. You got to give a lot of kudos to Josh McDaniels and this staff being able to put together a good offensive line room. But here's my question. How many offensive linemen are the Raiders going to keep for that 53-man roster? I asked you about the DTs. I'm a big believer that this game, it is still controlled in the trenches. If you don't have a good offensive line, your offense is going to struggle. If you don't have a good defensive line, your defense is going to struggle. So it's time to look into that set of crystal balls and let me know how many offensive linemen make the Raiders 53-man roster. The final winner, and I couldn't pick just one player here because there was so many. It's got to be the entire Raiders offensive line. Last season, before the year started, Pro Football Focus said that the Raiders had the 29th best offensive line. By the end of the season, PFF had the Raiders O-line ranked at number 10. I'm telling y'all right now, with the amount of depth, with the amount of versatility, the nation needs to be able to take a second and realize how bad that Raiders offensive line was just 2 years ago. And now you need to be able to sit down and realize, guess what? This is one of the strengths of this team. And I really, truly believe that this unit has a chance to be a top 10 unit. And if they can figure out that right guard position, you're looking at a potential top 5 unit. Jermaine Illuminor showed you last year that he was able to play as a top 15, top 20 right tackle. If you don't believe it, go look at all the metrics. Colton Miller has the ability to be the best offensive tackle in the NFL. If you don't believe me, you're sleeping on him. Dylan Parham, he's going to be one of the best offensive guards in the NFL. Andre James has gotten better and better each season. And then you think about how much of a turnstile the right guard position was last season with Alex Bars, and they were still top 10. I'm going to bet my money that the Raiders' right guard position this year is going to be better. And if it is, that's a top 10 unit. The Raiders deserve a lot of credit on that interior depth. And Bars, don't get me wrong, Bars was a bad starter, but Bars is a good backup player. There is a little bit of a difference. Let's go to my final minicamp loser here, and it's Keelan Cole. And the only reason why Keelan Cole is going to make this list is because, from what I was told, he's not standing out. And a lot of other Raiders wide receivers, they simply are. So when you consider the fact that the Raiders haven't gotten any trade requests for Renfrow. If Renfrow makes this team, which I shouldn't say if Renfrow doesn't get traded, he's 100% locked to make this team because his contract's already fully guaranteed. That hurts Keelan Cole. When then you got reports that Trey Tucker has looked good, Cam Sims has looked good, Chris Lacey has looked good, Philip Dorsett has played well. The Raiders are only going to keep 6 to 7 wide receivers this upcoming season, and last year he was a punt returner. He's not going to be returning punts this upcoming season. Trey Tucker's a better punt returner. DeAndre Carter's a better punt returner. So you essentially are taking away special teams from him. And according to PFF last year, he was the worst NFL receiver in the league. I think he was like 116 out of 116. I thought Cole would have a bigger impact in McDaniel's system last season, and it's going to look different this year. Derek Carr to Jimmy Garoppolo, it is going to look different. But because other players have shined, Keelan Cole, for that reason, is a loser. Now, I don't want to end this show on a bad note. So what I wanted to do is sprinkle in some other notable mentions for some winners. Aiden O'Connell has looked very good in terms of the accuracy, the ball placement, and not the hardest thing for NFL QBs to do to make that jump from college to the pros is anticipation. Being able to see that guy's not open now, but if I throw it to that spot, he's going to be open and he trusts him. That's where Aiden O'Connell's great. Brian Hoyer, from what I have heard, has looked okay on the field. But his ability to still be able to execute and run an offense, because you got to think, even though Garoppolo's not out there, you need to be able to have a veteran that can keep those other 10 guys on the same page and learn this offense. That's why Brian Hoyer was brought in. Byron Young, the young defensive tackle, the rookie, he's going to be, I would say, your third defensive tackle, maybe your fourth DT this upcoming season. I had one dude tell me Nate Hobbs is the guy. He just looks like he could be the best cornerback in the NFL. And then Drake Thomas continues to get glowing reviews from coaching staff, from players. And if you were to say who could be a potential sleeper to make the 53, watch out for Drake Thomas. So if I'm Luke Masterson, I'm very nervous about this guy from NC State. So one more time here, let's go through the minicamp losers. Matthew Butler, Malcolm Kuntz, Amik Robertson, Justin Herron, Keelan Cole, and then the Raiders minicamp winners for me, Neil Farrell Jr., Divine Diablo, Adam Plant Jr., Jacorian Bennett, and then the entire Raiders offensive line. Appreciate all y'all tuning in to today's Raiders minicamp winners and losers. And if you want more videos like this, well, guess what? All you got to do is click that little red button underneath this video, and all you got to do is turn on those notifications. That way, every time we go live or drop a video, you never miss a thing. All right.
Oh! Hot deal alert! Hot deal alert! Get it while it lasts. Happy Hour Friday, hot deal. Get it while it lasts. Come get it, come get it. The first deal that we have today for you is every $20 super chat that we get in the next 60 seconds. Mitch is chugging beer. First deal on today's Raiders Happy Hour. Mitch doesn't even know about this. I've been putting this in. I started it last week. People seem to like it. It's a hot deal. It's a Chugs deal. It's Friday. Prices are low, low, low. Get them while they last. Let's go. Let's get them in as we bring back our lovely host, Mitchell Renz.
What's crazy about this whole thing that you always do is, Martin says Chugs is freestyling again. Again, like, when you do a show like this, we have a script, right? So I have a script on my screen, and I lay out everything. We take time out of the day. We have a meeting, and we're like, hey, this is what we're going to do on these shows. So I'm like a very, all right, we're going to follow the way that this show is supposed to go. So when something goes awry, is that the right word? I don't know, it throws me off. On the way that our graphics work is I can usually see what's about to pop up on screen, and I'm sitting here wondering, why the hell is it taking so long? And then all of a sudden, then you do that.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And
we have another deal today.
What's the deal?
We just hit
200 likes.
That means not only is every 200 or every $20 super chat Mitch is chugging a beer, we also have a tune o'clock.
So
every $10 super chat is a shot for me and Mitch. Let's go.
This is about to get nuts. So this is what I want. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Anthony Flores said, I want to be your friend on Venmo. Just accepted it. Listen to you, Scooby-Doo, from Patrick B. I don't know what that means. 60 seconds. Here we go. Every $10 super chat, we're going to take a shot. And then every 20, we're drinking some beers. So that's a hell of a deal right there. That one makes me nervous. We got 358 people. After this, we will be doing a mailbag. So, just keep that in mind. Hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat to get those questions, comments on the show. Mario!
Woo!
We need the fireball. I realize that now.
Let's go.
Luis!
Shot. Everybody.
What up, Mario? Luis said, drink it up.
Happy birthday, Luis.
24 years old, Luis Rodriguez.
Where's Brandon Jasper when you need him?
I don't know. Brandon's probably on locals right now, if I had to guess.
2 o'clock.
Brandon, where's he at? Somebody go get Brandon. Somebody go get him. Eric M.
I'm in.
I'm in. Somebody go. Can you go grab me some? Oh, my.
Oh! Eric M. with his Corn the Long Way t-shirt.
Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that.
Chatsports.com/corn. We actually have a big development on this coming up. Stay tuned this next week.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Stay tuned this next week. And this one's rolling in from
Rebel Montana. Bang! You know what that means?
Oh, no. You didn't read his super chat, though. It's not for you.
Martin requests, it's a boot, Jeremy! Let's go! Oh, man.
For the Smart UK.
A boot for the Smart UK.
He said, I got one that I can use today. It's going on Jeremy.
Let's freaking ride,
And
man.
I'm almost positive I said his name 3 times. And look who appeared.
Oh, man.
Brandon Jasper here for the 2 o'clock.
Well, how about this?
2 o'clock is done, by the way. It just
Well, that'll
ended.
be the last one.
Well, this one actually, this is a double. This is Ivis Sanchez's first ever super chat.
I think Ivis told me, I think it was going through some comments. Ivis, you're going to be in Vegas tomorrow, right?
Let's go.
I think Ivis is going to be in Vegas tomorrow. So I'll give you the boot. If you could also go grab the Fire Bleezy, that would be great. Yeah, bro. Go get it.
Fire Bleezy.
We owe a few shots here, so I owe, let me see here real quick. Chugs owes a boot. 1, 2, 3 shots of Fireball on the wall. And then Eric M. and Ivis Sanchez for the $20 super chats. We're going to pour it up here a little bit. Shout out to Ivis and shout out to Eric M. Martin, can we get some people flowing in the chat right now? Let's get some shout outs going. Let's get some shout outs going to some of the legends in there. I mean, what Rebel did there for Smart UK, Martin, that's about as good as it gets. Can we get some shout outs going for Rebel? Thank you, good sir. All right, 3 shots. We got mailbag. If you're like, what are these guys doing? This is what Friday's about in the off season. I crave being able to do content on here, and we like to have a good time. That's how the nation gets down. If you've ever been to an Oakland tailgate, that's what Friday shows are about. Imagine being back in Oakland at a tailgate, having a few drinks with your buddies, interacting with each other, and then just getting ready for hopefully a Raiders win. So, cheers to all of y'all. This one's for Luis. Luis, Brandon. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Honestly, Chugs, the 5 a.m. flight's a bad idea. The 5 a.m. flight's going to be a bad idea. Also, since I'm really trying to win. Oh, man. Beatbox says, check the Ven. I will check my Venmo, Beatbox. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, man. Here we go. I don't even know what that is. What does that equal? I mean, I don't even... Zon, what do you want? Yeah. I'm so distracted by Zon's... Oh. I guess that's for me. All right, hang on a second. Everybody, hang on a second. Oh, shit. All right, how about this? We need to, yeah, we got a new MVP right now. You're right. We'll decide that here in just a second. Hang on. This is for Eric M. I still owe this one for Eric and Ivis. Give me a sec. I think this actually, I think it makes it a tie. I think that's fair. I think it ends up making it a tie. Did he? It's going to be close. Ooh, all right. Rebel, I'll still say this. Rebel Montana is the MVP of today's show by $2. By $2. Just for the clarification. This one's rolling in from David Zon. Bang! Long Zon's in the chat.
Beatbox hitting us up with the Venmo, and then
I want nothing but long zones in the chat. Let's get them going.
The boot's so nice we did it twice. I gotta go fill up another one because this one's coming in from Mary and Bang! Let's go, boot race.
We got ourselves a boot race here on the Raiders Report. And because, Alex would get upset with me. Alex would get upset with me because, we're engaged now. And some people call me Engaged Raider. I have to make Marianne and Rebel, they're together, right? So they're the new MVP by $2. Just so y'all know right now. They're the MVP by $2. If you guys don't know, that means $202 have been set in. Whoever is the MVP of today's show, I'm wearing your jersey out to Las Vegas tomorrow during my Jermaine Illuminor wing eating contest. But guess what? Oh! David Zon! Bang! We got a new MVP. I can't wait to be walking around Vegas with long Zon on my back.
Let's go.
Long Zon on my back. We got to fill up a boot.
We got a boot race.
We got to fill up a boot. And then after that, we got to play Craggy. We got a boot race followed up by Craggy. Which one? Correct. And then Zon sent in another one. Yeah. Yep. We got a boot race, and then we got to play Craggy with some shots. If y'all don't spam David Longzon, then you eat corn the long way. You eat corn the long way. I'm telling y'all that right now. I got to add a few people here to the Boot Hall of Fame. I'm putting Marianne on. First time. Marianne. Oh, man. David's on. This is going to be interesting. Zono's, he's going to get a few. And then we got to put Rebel on. Oh, no. Rebel says, we're not done yet. We got a long show to go. We got a long show to go. I'm a little nervous, man. I'm a little nervous. Raider Kiko, that's awesome. We'll get all the super chats up on the show today. Don't worry, Chugs just went to go fill up my boot. Which, anytime David Zahn wants a boot, we got to do Bud Light for David. David's a big Bud Light guy. Yeah, Dylan, there's a one just win baby chance right now that I'm missing my flight. I'll tell you what, this is it's going to be interesting. There's no doubt about that. Let's go through the other supers, and then we're going to do the boot race followed up by Craggy Tequila, and then we have a mailbag and a whole nother segment. So I'm just going to...
This is just me thinking on the spot. This is how we're going to do it. Mm-hmm. We're going to drink the boots over there.
Yep.
Once you finish the boot, then you can start your Craggy.
All right, that works. Wait, say that again?
So we're going to drink the boots over there.
No.
Once you finish, then you can start. Yes, you already said yes.
No.
Y'all heard it. He said yes.
No way.
Give me a yes in the comments if that's what you want.
Bro.
Is that the rule? Drink right into the Craggy. Yes or no?
No way.
Yes or no? What do we want?
That's so lame.
They're all saying yes. Zahn said yes. Clip said yes. Luis, they're all saying yes. They're all saying yes. Oh, you cheater. You're such a cheater. Rebel Montana. We not done yet. And Raider Kiko. Just got my signed football yesterday. You're such a cheater, Mitch. You're a huge cheater.
Oh, God. He's still going to beat me. That's the worst part. Oh, my God. My stomach is going to explode. The beers are hitting. I'll tell you that. Are you kidding me? Who you got? M for Mitch. C for Chugs. Dude, I am not even close right now. Oh, we're staying alive. Staying alive. Who you got? I just got to get a rhythm. I got to get a rhythm here. Shout out to David Longzon. David Longzon. Oh, we're not dying here, Chugs. No way. You're not putting me away. Not this easy. We're going to have the greatest comeback in Craggy Games history right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dude, there's like 3 hooks up here. Oh, I can't make one right now. We're ice cold. Chugs has gotten hot. Oh, never say die. Who you got? M for Mitch. C for Chugs. Oh my God, this is an epic battle of. This is just unbelievable. I can't get it. I can't afford to take those 2 shots. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. Dude.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Let's go!
Somebody call me tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning to wake me up. Ah, shit. Ah, dude. Ugh. This is brutal. Somebody call me tomorrow, 4 a.m. My phone number is... I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. But... Oh, dude. This smells terrible. Jack, what's your phone number? Jack's... All I know is Jack's phone number starts with 669. That's all I know. I did. If we get to 669 in supers, Jack is going to do a shot, which is like, that's like Haley's Comet cool. That's like Haley's Comet cool. Oh, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Woo!
Not only is Frontier terrible, that Frontier flight tomorrow going to be worse.
It's going to be...
It's not too often that, like, usually on my flights home from Vegas, I know for a fact that I stink like alcohol. Like, I always feel bad for the people that sit next to me. They're like, this guy stinks. My flight tomorrow to Vegas, people are going to be like, wait a minute. This guy pregame Vegas. My answer to that is going to be yes.
So...
Oh, man.
Right now, our leaderboard, LA Crash Dog, said, what's the MVP total? Maybe I want my jersey on tomorrow since I can't make it. Real One for Life, Raider Nation for Life, Simper Fi.
As it stands right now,
300 is the...
David Zahn is the MVP of today's show with 300. So, I'm just telling you all that right now.
You have to check that.
The Swans rolling in from David Zahn. Bang!
400
Here's the thing.
for the MVP.
If Zahn sends in another 100, I get to hit the Raiders gong.
Oh.
I get to hit the gong if Zahn sends in another 100. If you're like, Mitch, what's the Raiders gong? We got a giant gong. And when somebody sends in a total of 500 on a show, we hit that shit. And we are going to let it rock. So right now, LA Crash Dog. The MVP is Zahn. You got to beat 400. He's making it tough on y'all. He's making it tough.
He said it's all about the longs on.
So that means this.
I heard chicks dig the longs on.
Oh, dude, chicks 100% dig the longs on. So here's the thing. Do you want to either A, play Craggy again and go for the shots, or we let them decide who does a beer bong? What do you want? I'm going to let you decide. We're going to let you guys vote on who does the next beer bong, or we're going to go play Craggy. Zahn, are you cool with that? Or you're like, no, I want Craggy games. Or if you're
also,
just calling it out.
Beatbox said he sent to Venmo as well.
Beatbox are... here's the problem. Wait, Beatbox, are your initials AF? Beatbox, are your initials AF? I want to make sure. I'm pretty sure. I just want to make sure.
He said yes.
All right. Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. Beatbox, that's on me. That's on me. It's my B. To be honest, I just saw the Zons flow in, and I didn't know 100% what was going to happen. So
This one's
rolling in from
Beatbox
88.
Bang! Let's go!
David Zahn is saluting the Beatbox, saying, I see you. I see you, young blood.
All right, we're going to do it.
What are we doing?
Quick poll.
Quick poll. Well, here's the problem. Right? I'd say now we just do both. We're going to play a little Craggy, and whoever they vote does the beer bong. I still think that's it. Oh, dude, Rebel's a legend, Zahn. Zahn, hear me out. The next two people to join Mount Raidermore, Rebel Montana, Patrick B. If I had a vote, which hopefully my vote counts, Rebel Montana, Patrick B., the next two people to join Mount Raidermore. Scheffler says it's a bangarang show. Oh, it's a bangarang show. Anthony says, Happy Friday, fellas. Happy Friday, fellas, from Anthony. I'll tell you what. I feel pretty good. Oh, Zahn, I will never skip Martin. Martin is like everything why I started this show. Like when I lived in Germany, I made my own football podcast, but I only did it for myself. And then, because I realized, well, just finding content when you're overseas is so difficult. Man, it's, Martin's my guy. Rebel said, I'm saving it for tomorrow. Rebel, you got to let me buy at least a few drinks tomorrow. That's all I ask. Now, I'm not a high roller by any means, but in person, let me buy a few tomorrow. That's all I got to say. Dylan, I was born in Germany. Bonjour. Happy Friday, fellas, and
Raiders!
What up, Ant? What up, Ant? We got 270 people watching the Raiders Report Friday happy hour. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, chances are you're a worse rapper than Darren Waller. Coming up here on the Raiders Report, we got a mailbag. You can use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat, get those questions on the show. But before we get into the mailbag, Chugs and I owe a Craggy Games.
So I say we do the Craggy games before, and then we just let the votes get in all throughout the mailbag. At the very end of the mailbag, whoever's on top has to do the beer bong.
So we had 46 votes, and it was split at 50-50. Whoever just voted for you.
That's fair.
50, see now I just said it. Now it's back to me.
Them's the rules.
50% of the votes. We got 24 votes for me, 24 votes for Chugs. 261 people. Go vote at the live poll above. Who's going to do the next beer bong? We owe it. But in the meantime, while we're voting, we're going to go play some Craggy games, and then we are going to get into the mailbag. So, we find ourselves back here. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to use this. I want to see if we can...
It's definitely going to get lost.
Nope. You think we're not going to be able to do it? No way?
If we do this, I say we ditch this.
Okay, I'm listening.
And it's just my side and then go. Or your side.
We could play hot potato. You down to play hot potato?
Hot potato.
Yeah. So for those that don't know what
Put a minute timer on.
minute timer on. Hot potato. So the way hot potato works is this. We've all played hot potato when we were kids, right? So we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. Wherever this tequila bottle is at the end of that 60 seconds, you end up taking the shot. Sound good? Okay. Just to give us a little extra time, I'm going to give us 70 seconds. Or actually, 69. I mean, it's June. It's June after all. June 9th. Tom's favorite day of the year. Here we go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Appreciate it. Hey, that's a little bit too close to my throwing hand. $50 seconds left. Who's going to win hot potato? Mitch or Chugs?
So you can't wait till the very end.
Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Doesn't always work, though. Dude, we got to be getting close. Are you confident? You're that confident in yourself. Oh. Dude, I don't know. At any point now, I'm getting nervous. Who's counting at home? Oh, shit. No way. No way. Doesn't got it in him. Ah! No! Oh, F you. No way. Ah, son of a butcher sounds pretty good right now, though. Dang it. Dang it, this team sucks. It's Cheeks. Oh, that sucks. I'll tell you what, I was really banking on the fact that I was going to be able to win that. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Well, I might need someone to call me tomorrow. We might need a phone call. Son of a biscuit. Yep. Clean up on aisle 6. Clean up on aisle 6.
If it makes you feel any better, Dylan's voting for me, and it seems like that's starting to work.
Oh, I vote Chugs. It seems like the right way to go. Seems like the right way to go. Yeah, peak boogie, I'm with you. I'm getting screwed. Is anybody watching Chugs Bows?
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding. I just kidding.
I saw what you were doing in the beginning. That's why I turned the phone over, because you were looking at the time.
I was doing a little peak boogie. That's what was going down.
Yeah.
Dylan Taylor, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. All right. Coming up here on the Raiders Report, we got a mailbag. It's Friday happy hour after all. And I don't know where the rest of the show is going to go. But, man, it's going to be an interesting show.
Keep on voting for Mitch throughout the mailbag. Whoever's leading the poll at the very top. Let's see how many votes we have so far.
So Alex thinks that the Nuggets are going to win tonight.
Only 81 votes.
I'll tell you what, though. 54% Chugs. That's what I like to see. Now it's 53.
As soon as you said that.
Yeah, we can vote for Chugs. That's totally fine. Oh, man.
Keep on getting your votes on the live poll. Who's ever leading at the very end of this mailbag,
I'm listening.
they have to do the beer bong.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair. All right, so coming up here, we got a Raiders mailbag. I'd say let's do 10-minute quick little mail sack.
Little mail sack.
Just a little mail sack swindling in here just because we're feeling good. Feeling loosey-goosey.
Good!
That's real good. Takashi669. Let's shout out to all of y'all. Coming up, mailbag time here.
Shout out to Baby Gronk and Liv Dunn.
Nah, well, Michael Mayer's the real Baby Gronk. Let's get that straight away.
Do we start Baby Gronk t-shirts?
Who?
Michael Mayer Baby Gronk t-shirts?
We could.
Just 87 on the back. Black t-shirt, 87 silver. Baby Gronk.
We got some cool shirt ideas coming up here. Also, I see my dad has just entered the chat. So, appreciate him. He's probably been trying to figure out how to get to YouTube for the last hour.
Richie, vote for your son at the very top at the live poll. If you know how to do that, vote for your son.
Dad, if you want a Father's Day gift, vote for Chugs. Vote for Chugs. All right, y'all, it's time to get into this mailbag right now. Everybody say hi to my dad. He's the guy that has the same last name as me. Coming up right now, it's mailbag time here on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Friendly reminder that this video was filmed on Friday during our Raiders Friday Happy Hour show. If you want to join us for all of our Friday Happy Hour shows, believe it or not, it's on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Let's go to the first question. Rolling in here from Patrick B. Oh, shit. Bang! The defense seems to have an actual direction for the first time in years. Now that Paul Guenther is more of his guys than the other DC guys, the defense can be scary good this season if it clicks. I do think that this defense has the opportunity to surprise a lot of people out there, and it's simply because when you have the extra year of you learning the system that you're about to play in, that goes a long way. I mean, the fact that you've had a Paul Guenther, a Gus Bradley, a Patrick Graham system, all these different defensive schemes is one of the biggest reasons why that this Raiders defense year in and year out has been bad. Think about all the turnover, all these new coaching staffs, all these new regimes that are being brought in. If players like Divine Diablo, Trevon Merrick, and then the defensive tackles can step up. If Chandler Jones, Tyree Wilson are 100% healthy, if players like Nate Hobbs can go back to being like a top cornerback in the NFL, Duke Shelley plays the way that he did at the end of last season, this defense could be a lot better than what it's going to get credit for. Let's go to Benjamin Perez, first-time super. If Jimmy G stays healthy for most of the season and our defense is better this year, how likely is it that we win our division? I hope that the Raiders win their division, man. There would be nothing that would make me happier than winning the AFC West. The problem is you got the Chiefs, right? The Chargers are a good team. The Broncos don't scare me. And for the Raiders here, even if Jimmy G stays healthy, I don't see them being better than Kansas City. The only way that happens is if Mahomes goes down with an injury. Probably if Mahomes tries to throw the football the way that Madden thinks that he's going to throw the football. I'm going to say less than 1% chance that they win the AFC West, and that's Kansas City, though. Let's go to this one coming in here from Kane. Who is a surprise corner the Raiders could cut this upcoming season? I would say David Long Jr. would probably be the name that I would roll with, and the only reason why I'm going to go with that is because I know the Raiders are very high on Sam Webb. I know that the Raiders like, Bryce Cosby, and we saw last offseason that the Raiders, the first player that they signed was Darius Phillips. Shit, they cut him, so he didn't even make the team. David Long is going to have to compete for his spots. Brandon Faison's going to make the roster. The amount of money that they gave him shows that. Obviously, Jacorian Bennett, Tyler Hall, Duke Shelley, Nate Hobbs, all of those players are going to make this team. So depending on how many cornerbacks that they take, and if they decide, you know what, I'd rather be able to bet on a young player, second-year UDFA that we had last season, like Sam Webb, that could be the difference between him and David Long Jr. So my question to you is this, and we're going to make this the pinned comment on today's mailbag, so every single one of y'all, Raider fans out there, will David Long Jr. make the Raiders' 53-man roster? I want you to type yes, or I want you to type no. You're about to get hit with the YouTube ad break, so scroll on down right now and give me your answer. Let's go to Paul. What up, Paul? How many sacks for Mad Max, Wilson, and Jones? It's a hell of an answer. One of my bold predictions this year, and it's bold, 20 sacks for Mad Max. Actual prediction, I'll say 15. To me, Crosby doesn't get nearly enough credit, for being one of the best edge rushers in the National Football League. So I'll say give me 15 for Max. Let's say Tyree Wilson's going to be around 7. And then I'll say Chandler Jones also is going to be around 7, which, 29 sacks. 4, those 3. Let's go to Rob G. Who do you think is going to start week 1 at quarterback? Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm just kidding. This isn't a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey. Shout out to Marianne. Shout out to Rebel Montana. Garoppolo, I've done a lot of shows. I've done a lot of rumors, and that's part of the gig here, right? You got to get people to be interested in the videos that you're doing. But deep down, the Raiders expect Garoppolo to be ready. I've talked to a few doctors out there that say that they're essentially going to give him 16 weeks to heal for an 8 to 12 week injuries that he has sustained. It's going to be Garoppolo, and if it's not, you cut him and you save all his entire contract. Let's go to Smart UK. What up, Martin? Why delay signing the franchise tag, holding out for a better pay offer from elsewhere? I mean, I think it's a both sides thing. The example that I continue to give is, Martin, I know it's been a few years since you've been in school, but, like, imagine getting a homework assignment from your teacher, and the homework assignment is due July 17th. Are you going to do it now on June 9th? Are you going to do that homework assignment? The answer to that is probably not. You're going to wait a little bit. So the Raiders know that they don't have to technically negotiate a brand new contract with Jacobs if they want to extend him until July 17th. Jacobs also knows that he doesn't have to sign it technically until July 17th. There's no reason for him to be at minicamp. There's no reason for him to be at OTAs. Like, he knows that he's the main running back here. I respect the fact that he wants to get paid, but at the end of the day, like, deadlines make deals. I believe that this deal does end up getting done. Either Jacobs plays underneath the franchise tag or they extend him. I don't see a realm that Jacobs isn't the star running back for this team this upcoming season. Let's go to Dane. What up, brother? If you were the Raiders, would you trade for Isaiah Simmons? Y'all know how much I like Kyle Van Noy, and I'd probably still say that I might rather sign Van Noy because I don't want to give up draft capital for Isaiah Simmons. But if Isaiah Simmons cost me a 5th-round pick right now, I would do it. There's not many players in the NFL that have the versatility where they can play corner and linebacker. Like, that's phenomenal. And he can play safety. If you want to talk about versatility, I would go out right now. And if the Cardinals, who seem like they are in full tank mode and willing to take just about anything, I would trade for Isaiah Simmons. Now, if an Isaiah Simmons trade were to end up going down, we'd obviously go live. We'd go crazy. We'd get pretty wild here on the Raiders Report. My question to you is this. Are you a Raider fan? If the answer to that is yes. And my next question is, are Raider fans the best fans in the NFL? Well, how about this? I want to prove it to my bosses. I want to prove it to Chat Sports. I want to prove it to every single person out there because I scream from the rooftops that the nation is built different. Take a second, hit that subscribe button, help the Raiders Report win our June sub battle here at Chat Sports. And I'm giving shout-outs to all the new subs here. What up, McWill? I'm Tired 001, Selena Smith, Young Bubs, and Bands. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to subscribe to the show. It helps Chugs and I out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? And if you are one of the loyal 137,000 subs we got here, take that link, send it to a diehard Raider fan. Let's go to Jersey Boy Greaser. What's up, my brother? We need to go after Patrick Queen. I think there's a difference between this time of the offseason with the amount of still talented free agents that are out there. I don't think going out after Patrick Queen is smart. However, monitoring the Patrick Queen situation is an intelligent thing to do. If Baltimore is willing to give you Queen on another, like a day 3 pick type of thing, you're going to do it. I also know the Raiders very much so value relationships. The Raiders have a Ryan. Ryan was an inside linebacker coach for Baltimore in 2021. I get that Queen is an outside linebacker, but I get it. The only thing that I'll pause on this is and I'm not talking about a wasted pause. I'm talking about, if the Raiders want to run a 4-2-5, or if they really only want to run with 2 linebackers out there, or they can make Chandler Jones a linebacker, then I don't know if trading for an LB does make a lot of sense. Let's go to Mario, one of the OGs. What up, Mario? Do you see the Raiders secondary making a major impact this season versus the past 2 seasons for the silver and black? I mean, if you're a top 20 defense, that's the best defense that the Raiders have had since 2014. So I'm hoping that the secondary makes an impact, but we can't always sit up here and blame the secondary. Like, the problem is, like the casual fan, it's easy to blame the quarterback. Why? Because everyone sees the quarterback. The casual fan, it's also easy for them to blame the secondary because you see the secondary getting burned. But what people don't realize is if you can't get after the quarterback and your defensive line is terrible and your secondary has to cover 4 or 5 seconds in the National Football League, you're going to get beat most of the time. So really what it comes down to me is this secondary is a good secondary. I'll say that. It's a good secondary. It's can the Raiders actually get after the quarterback and they don't have all day to sit back there and pick apart a defense? That's the big question. Let's go to GC Sports. Hey, Mitch, I haven't heard anything about David Abuka-Ogoa. How is he doing? Have you heard anything about him? I actually talk to him on a weekly basis. And what I appreciate about certain players is when guys take advantage of their time. Have I asked him how are things going? He said yes. He told me that he looks up to Max Crosby. He looks up to Chandler Jones, which if you're a defensive end in the National Football League, you should. But he also told me that both of those guys have really helped him out and a lot of the younger players not only understand the Graham system, but better get themselves acclimated to the NFL. He told me that he's best friends with George Tarlis and he's best friends with Adam Plant Jr. But in terms of how he's actually doing on the field, unfortunately, I haven't heard much around him personally. He does have a roster spot right now, though. He's the Pathway program. So if you're wondering why can the Raiders have 91 players right now, it's because of David Abuka-Ogoa. So that's why. Let's go to Michael Thomas. Who will be the safeties the Raiders keep for the 53-man roster? Oh, boy. I would say, no doubt, it's Marcus Epps, Trevon Merrick. And then after that, you're obviously going to keep Chris Smith. Here's where it gets interesting. If the Raiders want to keep Isaiah Polomeo, who I do think that they end up keeping because of his versatility at safety and linebacker, but they might not keep him at safety. They might keep him as a linebacker, which could mean some bad things for Luke Masterson. I know Roger Teamer's a good special teams player, and Jaquan Johnson is a dude that they signed this offseason. What it really comes down for me is there's going to be one spot, and that spot's going to be between Johnson, Teamer, and, Polomeo. So, Jugs, I'm glad that you were going to bring this question up here. If you could keep only one player, who would that player be? You can only keep one on your 53-man roster projection. And for those of you that are watching this live, we're about to get into our 53-man roster projection here on the show. Who you keeping? You keeping JJ? You keeping Roderick Teamer? Or are you going to keep Isaiah? I think Jaquan might be the best safety out of all of these players. However, this Raiders organization, this Raiders defense, Patrick Graham, values versatility. The most versatile player is Isaiah Polomeo, which is why I believe that they end up keeping him. Let's go to Raider B-Dog. What is our biggest need right now? Our biggest need right now, I would have to say, is the defensive tackle room still makes me nervous. Linebacker also still makes me nervous because, I get that this is the offseason hype season. I get Divine Diablo, best shape of his life. I get that the linebackers look a lot better. LB does make me a little bit nervous, and then we still don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be our starting quarterback. If Garoppolo's not, I hand the keys to Aiden O'Connell and let it ride. But at this point, if you could still add a versatile player like a Kyle Van Noy, I would say he's a big-time need. If y'all haven't already interacted with me on social media, hopefully y'all know where to find me. If you don't, that's on you, at MitchellRenz365. And then if you want more live shows from me, hit me up on Locals, RaidersReport.locals.com. I go live every single Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go to Robert. What up, Robert? Should we trade Renfro for picks? Use the 11.4, it's technically 11.3, to help pay Josh Jacobs and fill more defensive needs. By the way, 3+ years here, and I finally put up a pick. It's about damn time. I'm sick and tired of seeing that pink R on the screen. If you do move on from Renfro, I do think what you end up doing is taking that $11.3 million, and yeah, you should invest it into some other players. If you want to give Josh Jacobs a long-term deal, go ahead and do it. I personally would, best case scenario, Jacobs plays underneath the franchise tag. And then on top of that, you use that $11.3 million and you go pay. Hang on. I need a drink.
Glug.
You go pay some of the defensive players. You ever get a burp? And you get a burp and you're like, oh, man. Totally took my breath away. That was a bad one. Let's go to Dylan. Any updates on Polamayo? So the latest reports that I've heard about him, the Raiders have been using him as a safety and linebacker. Last offseason, he was playing, I'm going to say, at like 220 pounds. He's tried to put on about 15 pounds to be that more of a hybrid as a linebacker. I also think that he just sees that linebacker is a weaker position for him. The Raiders have Merrick, the Raiders have Epps, and the better shot of him making this roster means, guess what? He can end up playing linebacker. But this coaching staff likes him. He's related to Kennedy Polamalu and also, Troy Polamalu. Let's go to this next one. Rolling in here from Rebel. $20 for Mitch going to win the contest. We might be taking some bets. Just saying. I appreciate the fact that you're going to be betting on me, Rebel. I am a little bit nervous because Jermaine, to me, has said that he's going to go for it. And if he does, he's going to challenge me. Now, for me personally, for the wing eating contest, and I get people who are watching this live, you get it. People who are not watching this live, it's going to be a little bit weird. I'm better. Like, if the competition was 20 minutes long, I think I would win. 10-minute long makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm not a speed eater. I'm built on longevity. But, Rebel, I appreciate you having my back. Now, we're going to wrap up today's mailbag. Huge shout out to every single person that tuned in. If you haven't already, take a second, subscribe to the Raiders Report. Make sure that you're tuned in, always watching the show. We got news, we got rumors, we do crazy live shows as well. I love all y'all to the end of the world and back. You guys help me out in a lot of other ways that you don't even realize. So seriously, Rebel, Zon, all the goats, much love to every single one of y'all. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. What do you got for me?
Look at the poll.
What? Oh, man. Apparently, I'm doing the next beer bong. That's interesting. I hope so.
I hope so.
Oh, man. Well,
Oh, that's great.
here's how this is going to go then. I'm going to do a beer bong, and then I'm going to go take a pee. I know. I got to pee, dude. I don't
know what that means.
I am more than aware of what that means. So, here we go. Beer bong time. Honestly, I totally forgot about the poll. I would have kept that live show. I would have kept that thing going if I would have known the results. I totally forgot.
I was waiting. I was like,
Also, mathematically, it doesn't make sense. How is it 52% for me, 47%? I think Chugs rigged it. That's all I'm saying. I think he rigged it.
I think because it's decimals, but that doesn't show the decimals.
That still doesn't make sense, though. 52 and 47.
Because it's 138 people, so it might be like 52.5 are for you, 47.5 are for me.
I don't know.
LJ, you're on the Raiders Report. Hey, Mitch and Chugs, I love y'all both. Why don't we drop Bolden and use that money to add and sign JJ for a few more years? P.S. My B-Day was yesterday. I'm 32. Raiders! Love it. Hey, thank you for watching this show, LJ. Mitch has said multiple times that he would like the Raiders to
It makes
Brandon Bolden.
no sense to me, right? Like, I get the fact that the Raiders have their guys, like McDaniels and Ziegler. They like their dudes. However, when you really think about what are the biggest needs for this team, if you bring back Josh Jacobs, right? Jacobs is your number one back. He's your bell cow. And then it's what? Zamir White, who you drafted to be a potential Jacobs replacement. Cool. Then your third down running back, Samir Abdullah, who is light years better than Brandon Bolden. Well, you're going to keep your fullback in Jacob Johnson. So, like, to me, why would you keep Brandon Bolden? Like, you can save $2.23 million. That's enough to go out and get two veterans on vet min deals. Duke Shelley's making 1.3 for you this upcoming season. I would much rather go out and add. You told me right now, Kyle Van Noy at $2.23 million or Brandon Bolden? Like, get out of here. Like, what are we talking about? So,
Get that out of here.
that's the truth.
That's a technical foul.
That's a technical foul. All right, I got to take a leak. So,
I hope so.
you know the rules. Segment coming up here is Raiders
And it's actually-
53-man roster
I
projection.
think it's actually perfect because
What? Yeah, not quite.
Not quite.
No, that's.
You know what?
Here we
gonna
go.
Fix it up. I'm gonna fix it up.
Oh. You ready?
Wait.
Yeah?
Wait.
Oh, boy. Yep. Zon, you're making me nervous. You're making me nervous.
All right. He's off. Oh, also, if you want to put on your other jersey. Let's see. We got Mitch's updated 53-man roster projection. I want to know, who's somebody that a lot of people don't think is going to make the roster that you think will? Oh, wow, David. Oh, wow. Well, he just left with his phone, so as soon as he gets back, we'll see what the damage is, Mr. Zonbaum. But let me know. We're about to do a Raiders roster prediction, 53-man roster. Who do you think is going to make the roster that not a lot of people do? Ricky B, what's the deal with porn star Jimmy? Is he going to be ready to go? I hope so. Hey, the man himself, the namesake for our shot clock, Mr. Tuna, Brandon Jasper. Them's the rules. That's a shot. That's a shot right there. Let's go. Paul says Plant Jr. Mitch is really high on Plant Jr. He's really high on him. Rebel, get in on this from David Zahn. $10 shot clock until Mitch gets back on screen. Every 10 is a shot ski for one Mitch as Renz. Shot clock. Oh, yeah. So this is what I was going to do originally for the deal, Robert. You know, our happy hour deals. But I was not anticipating Mitch using the restroom at the moment. So it's really until he gets back on screen. And just like that, Rebel Montana. Mario says Luke Masterson. David, you're such a bad influence. He said, Rebel, get in on this. Rebel said, deal. So that's 2 shots that I know of. I don't know what Zahn sent in Venmo. Zahn said, where everyone else at? WTF. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get Mitch a little hammered. We got a flight tomorrow. Need him to be able to rest up on the plane. Tropical Remy said, Nesta Jade Silvera. Hey, we're about to see what Mitch's 53-man roster prediction is. And wow, what timing. What timing. Looks like you only have 2 on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect timing. Anybody else? Any takers? Any more takers?
I hope you all can hear me.
Nope. Any more takers?
I'm back.
He's not back on screen yet. Any more takers?
Oh, man. I'm back. We're back. We're
okay.
back and better than ever. Back and better than ever. All right, so. Oh, boy. All right.
I know what it is. He already messaged me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I just sent it to you. Yikes. All right, so.
Thank you.
I don't know how I'm going to do this. Mario says, I got a DoorDash. Yep, believe me, I know. I'm going to have to DoorDash myself. Well, while I was away, sounds like Zahn sent one in as well. David! Mr. Zahn!
Oh, wow. And David is $50 away from the gong.
50 away from the gong. Oh, my God.
David, have you heard the gong before?
I don't know. I don't know. Man. Here we go, Steve.
All right.
Oh, man.
9 shots on the wall. 9 shots of fireball. Take one down, pass it around. 8 shots of fireball.
Zahn is 50 away from the gong. The gong's on. What's the bet, Rebel? Oh, Rebel originally bet 20 on me. He's starting to lose hope. I'll tell you what. This is
David wants a gong and he needs it now. Call Mitchell Renz. 877 gong now. 877 gong now.
That's going to take way too much time.
877 gong now.
Oh, dude. 1,800 would be bad. I'll make you a deal. Right now.
I really don't like where this goes.
Make you a deal right now.
I don't really like it. I don't know if I like it.
I'll do 2 tequila shots right now to clear the board.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say something with me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Dylan says Mitch is walking to Vegas.
Oh my God.
I feel bad for the people sitting next to me, or person sitting next to me. Here's the thing. I already looked at our flights. We got B and C, which means someone's sitting in the middle. All right, you know what? I'm going to check right now. Because I'm a big, like, if I got the middle seat, I'll take it. Like, where Alex, she sucks. Like, she's like, I want the window. Oh, wait, no, our seats changed. A, B, C, D, E, F. I got the middle seat. I got the middle seat.
Okay, you can...
Or no, that's a lie. You did. Let's go! You got the middle seat. I got D. You got E. It means I have aisle. That's good. That's where I need to be. Aisle's a good spot.
I'm hoping there's not a lot of people on the flight. It's a 5 a.m. flight.
It's early.
No way it's fully booked. You think 5 a.m. flight is fully booked?
Oh! Brandon Jasper!
Bang! Ba 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 ba.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
Another one.
I think I got to stop wearing 3 jerseys on Raiders Report Friday happy hour. That's all I know.
Oh, my God. Go ahead and take your tequila to wipe out your shots.
Holy tits. I'm not going to lie. My bathroom break had to get rid of some liquid. Oh, man. Brandon. I love, huh? I don't know if we have. I don't think we have any more Happy Dads out there. You can give me Bud. Or Coors. Or Miller. Whatever you want. I've been waiting for when I get to do my shout out for locals. Locals. For the best content, personal interaction, weekly pick'em, seasonal, and more live shows. Enjoy Das Boot, Mitch. Oh my God, dude. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, the 53-man roster projection video y'all about to get. Oh, it's actually perfect. I didn't even realize it. We're about to do a 53-man roster projection. I gotta get the Def Jasper on. That's about as good as it gets. Chugs is gonna go fill up the boot. This is electric here. Hang on. I owe for the shot clock. I like the weekly pick'ems. Here's one. Oh, that's not good. I need lime. That should be. Oh, we got to put that on the grocery list as lime. We got to get grocery list limes. Oh man, how we feeling? You guys, who's coming to Vegas tomorrow? Who's showing out to Vegas tomorrow? I want to know. Patrick, you got to pull up. I know Rebel's going to be there. I know Killer Cruisin's going to be there. Trivan's going to be there. Ugh. Tastes better with Pepsi. You're telling me tequila and Pepsi is good? I don't know. Somebody said it's really good? Really? Tequila and Pepsi? I don't know. Tequila and Pepsi. I'm not a big Pepsi fan, first off. I'm also not a big tequila fan. I like mezcal. Mezcal's different, but as a chaser, all right. I'll have to keep that in mind. I usually just do limes. Reposado, tequila, and Pepsi. See, I like Reposado like as a sipper. Like Alex, her mom loves Reposado. Like weed. So Alex's parents, they have like a lake house. We'll go out there in the summertime once in a while. Chuck loves it because I live here in downtown Dallas. Kind of downtown Dallas. So he doesn't have a lot of opportunity to like really like run around. When we go out to the lake house, man, he goes absolutely insane. And then for when we were out there, a little Reposado. Can't beat it. Oh, dude. I'm going to tell you all this right now. I'm doing this boot after the 53-man. We're going to do the boot after the 53-man. And then here's the thing, though. I will admit, I know we said Raiders Friday happy hour. We do it for the whole hour. We do have another show that they need to get in here to the studio for the NBA watch party tonight for Nuggets and Heat. So we can only stay. So 6. So 6 is the latest. 6 Central, 7 Eastern. So happy hour is going to be a little bit shorter, but I still think that we've had, man, like one of those crazy things. So Robert, I did 2 tequilas and a fireball to equal the shots. So tequila's a lot of a different monster. We make deals around here, Robert. Hopefully that's okay with you. And hopefully that's okay to everyone out there.
And I was going to say, I think we have our answer so far.
What we got?
I think it's going to be David Zahn.
Zahn's got the lead, man.
He's at 450.
Zahn's got the lead, 450.
Rebel's going to be at the event tomorrow, so he said he's waiting. He's going to hold off, and he's going to spend some money tomorrow at the event.
I'm nervous. Definitely nervous. Man, I'll tell you this, though.
The only other person in the running right now.
I can't wait to be able to hang out with Trivan, be able to hang out with Rebel, hang out with Killer Cruisin', all the guys that watch this show. It's going to be a hell of a time.
Patrick B.
Rocking the long Zahn jersey. We'll see. We'll see who it is. But right now, I think the MVP, it's going to be Zahn. Zahn is 50 away from hitting the gong, which we've only done one time. Like, legitimately, we've done one time. Huge shout out to Husker Raider.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll see. We'll see here. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
We got a 53-man roster projection coming up, which I said when you were gone. I didn't even realize. 53-man. And the Def Jasper. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. After that, we're going to do a beer boot, and then we'll see what happens. What name did Gong?
Yeah.
To be honest, they just said I could pick. I mean, they were kind of all over the place. There was a bunch of different names. I also don't remember. So, coming up, we got a 53-man roster projection. What do you got?
I think my favorite was Howie Gong.
Howie Gong is a good one. Long Gong Silver. Gong with the Wind was one. And then they just turned it into movies.
King Gong.
King Gong. The Raiders report Gong. Shield Gong. Oh, Just Gong Baby was a good one. Just Gong Baby was a good one.
Yeah.
See you there, Paul. Paul said,
Hi, my name is Paul.
LV going to be there. I like
Let's
to see
go.
it. I like to see it. It's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be cool for not only us to be able to meet each other, but then just for like the nation to be able to interact. Last year was so much fun, and I hope that we were able to do this year in and year out. So, here we go. Coming up, 53-man roster projection on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's show presented by Panda Supps. It's the summertime. It's time to ditch the dad bod and actually start looking pretty damn good. I know Def Jasper, he never takes any days off. Neither should y'all. Go to pandasupps.com for 25% off if you use code Raiders on all the best workout supplements on the market. So coming up here on today's show, we're going to be looking at our Raiders 53-man roster projection after mandatory minicamp. Now, the way that I did this show is I tried to structure it based off of what I think McDaniels and Ziegler would do. On top of that, of if the season started today, okay? I get it. It's a little bit different. If the season started today, what that 53-man roster would end up looking like. If you like 53-man roster projections, if you're trying to stay up to date on all the latest news and rumors, if you want Raiders content every single day, take a second, hit that subscribe button. Make sure those notifications are turned on. And here at Chat Sports, we're doing a battle. Who can get the most subs in the month of June? And I'm giving shout-outs to every single new sub on this channel. So shout out to Buffett831, Big Sal, Andre, Klutz, and then Doughboy. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in and subscribing to the Raiders Report. And if you know people that are diehard Raider fans, take that link below, youtube.com/Raidersport. Send it to some people and say, hey, go subscribe. So right now, we're going to start from offense. We're going to work our way down to the defensive side of the football. And the quarterbacks, you got Garoppolo, Hoyer, Aiden O'Connell, Chase Garbers. Well, guess what? Nothing's really going to change for me here. The Raiders are going to keep Garoppolo. They're going to keep Brian Hoyer. They're going to keep the rookie, Aiden O'Connell. The numbers that you see next to all the players is me counting out the 53-man roster with you. So that way we can keep track and go as it continues to go. So let's go to the Raiders running back room here. Jacobs, Amir, Zamir, Jacob Johnson. A lot of depth at this position. Could they keep a Brandon Bolden, who's a McDaniels and Ziegler guy? I love me some Sincere McCormick. Brent Brown, the Raiders drafted in the 7th round of the 2022 NFL Draft. And then there's also Austin Walter. The last time that I did this show, I had the Raiders keeping, I believe, 5 running backs and then slash the fullback as well, like Jacob Johnson. I'll be honest, man, I encourage everybody to make their own 53 because when I did it this time, I had the Raiders keeping only 3 running backs and a fullback. And it's simply because if Jacobs is the best running back in the NFL, if Amir Abdullah can offer you that third down back, and then Zamir White can be, he's going to get more reps this season, like that's what I want. And not every single NFL team keeps a fullback. In fact, I think last season only 11 teams kept the fullback. So if you're going to keep a fullback, you got to make tough decisions. You got to move on from other people. And realistically, I decided to keep more players on the defensive side of the football. I want more depth on D. Giggity, kinda. So I cut Brandon Bolden. I moved on from some other players that I do like. My question to you is this. How many running backs will the Raiders keep on their 53-man roster? Moving on from Sincere McCormick, it was tough. It really was. If the Raiders had a better defense, I probably would have kept them. But I want to know from every single person that comes across this video, how many running backs will the Silver and Black keep on their 53-man roster? What was that? Pinned comment? I gotcha. Chokes wants this to be the pinned comment, so scroll on down right now. You're about to get with a YouTube ad break. Let me know how many RBs make the roster. Let's go to the wide receiver position now. Arguably the deepest position on offense, because you got the best receiver in the NFL in Devontae Adams. You got Jacoby Myers, who's going to be working outside and in the slot. Hunter Renfrow, He is still on this team. The Raiders have yet to receive any trade requests for him. And then everything after that, it does, man. It gets pretty interesting. I see that this organization is going to keep 6 wide receivers. You're obviously going to keep Adams, Jacoby Myers, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I am going to go based off if the season started today because I want to go a little bit different from my previous 53-man roster projection. So I'm going to keep Hunter Renfrow. You're obviously going to keep Trey Tucker, who you drafted in the 3rd round, 100 overall. DeAndre Carter has a lot of special teams value. You're going to end up keeping him. And then Philip Dorsett has had a pretty solid minicamp on top of his past connections with Ziegler and McDaniels is why I decided to end up keeping Philip Dorsett. So we got an updated Raiders roster projection after mandatory minicamp here on the Raiders Report. And we still got some more positions to get into, but guess what? If you're using Panda Supps, you're probably going to have yourself a tight end because you're in the gym working on your fitness. So let's go to the position group here. Austin Hooper, Michael Mayer, O.J. Howard. The Raiders signed Hooper and Howard this offseason. Jesper Horsted has some connections. You drafted Michael Mayer in the 2nd round. And then you got a UDFA in Schnecker, and then last season's UDFA in Cole Fotheringham. So for me, I'm only going to keep 3 tight ends. I do anticipate that this roster uses a lot of 2 tight end sets. But there was just a clear tier drop-off and other team needs that I wanted to be able to stack up on the defensive side of the football, which is why I have them keeping Hooper, Mayer, and O.J. Howard. And honestly, this is one of the more underrated tight end groups in the National Football League. Let's now go to the offensive line where this is really, really difficult for me for the simple fact of there is a lot of depth. There's a lot of versatility, and I could see the Raiders going a multitude of ways. But because I am doing this show based on right now, and if the season were to start right now, here are the 9 offensive linemen that I believe that the Raiders would keep. I'll be real with y'all. Not keeping McClendon Curtis stinks. I want Curtis to make this team because I believe he has the opportunity to be a solid offensive lineman. But I also know that the Raiders like versatility. And Brandon Parker, swing tackle. Alex Bars can play center and offensive guard. Thayer Munford can play offensive tackle and can play right guard. Greg Van Roten, a lot of versatility. So for those reasons is why I decided to keep 9 offensive linemen. Now, we got coming up here on today's show presented by Panda Supps. We're going to get into the defensive side of the football. However, before we go to the defense, I do want to talk about Panda Supps and how, honestly, man, like they've helped me lose probably close to 15 pounds over the last 3 months. Y'all know we get crazy during the season, and that's just the way that it goes. But here's the thing. I want to show the love to all of y'all. Go to pandasupps.com. Use code Raiders for 25% off. They just dropped some of their new BCA plus EAA. For those of you watching this live, when I go home tonight, I'm going to take a scoop of some BCAs. When I wake up tomorrow morning before my flight to Vegas, I'm going to take some BCAs. Why? I need to be hydrated, and it helps you recover after the gym. And also, if you have a crazy day of drinking, it helps you recover in that regard as well. So for me personally, if I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out in the morning, I want to get the most out of my workout. I'm going to take some BCAs. I'm going to take some test booster right before I go hit the gym. If anybody out there is like, dude, I wish that I could be 20 years old again, take some of the test booster. Pandasupps.com. Use code Raiders for 25% off. And if you're trying to shed a few extra pounds because it is the summer and you're trying to ditch that dad bod, I recommend their Thermogenics. Their cuts and their burn products are both phenomenal. Burn extra calories while you're just sitting at home, chilling, hanging out. Their BCAs on top of that, they make a great drink. Like, this sounds crazy to y'all, but to me, the flavors are so incredible. They got the watermelon. I love the peach. Alex is a big fan of the melon, which when we go out shopping, we always go out, we get this like melon drink that she gets. She loves it. The pink lemonade, it's incredible. I hope Merbod's okay with me saying this, the owner of Panda Supps, diehard Raider fan. They're great mixers. You can stay hydrated. You can also get some great BCAAs and have a good drink as well. I'm telling y'all right now, Panda Supps is revolutionizing the workout supplement game. PandaSupps.com. Code's going to be available for y'all down in the comments and in the description of today's video. Let's go to the defensive side of the football now. You know that the Raiders are going to keep Crosby, Chandler Jones, Tyree Wilson. Where this conversation gets interesting is who is going to be the fourth, potentially fifth defensive end that the Silver and Black keep. I know that they like Jordan Willis. Adam Plant Jr. has been an absolute dog at minicamp, but then there's Malcolm Kuntz, there's George Tarlas, there's Martin, there's Abuka Ogoa. I'm going to go a little bit of a different route here and say that the Silver and Black decide to keep 5 edge rushers. Why? Because of all the question marks that is on this team at this position. Chandler Jones suffered a season-ending injury. He's getting up there in age, was not all that great last season, 4.5 sacks. Tyree Wilson, battling an injury right now. Jordan Willis did not participate in any minicamp practices, battling an injury right now. So for that reason, I'm going to keep Adam Plant Jr. I believe, to me, he's got enough versatility. He's got enough heart. He's a coachable guy where I'm a big believer if there are opportunities and you take advantage of those opportunities, you should be awarded for that. So guess what? I am keeping Adam Plant Jr. And if you want, the Raiders can, again, keep David Ogoa because he's on that international pathway program, so you can have the 51 players on your roster. Let's go to defensive tackle now, and this group has been getting a lot of attention at minicamp for the simple fact of there is a lot of question marks. This was the Raiders' biggest team need entering the offseason, and there is some solid depth here according to the latest reports. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to go with the players that I believe I have the most confidence in. And as it stands right now, I'm going to keep Bilal Nichols. I'm going to keep Byron Young, who the Raiders drafted at 74 overall in this past year's draft. Neil Farrell Jr. sounds like he's doing a lot better. Adam Butler has been very impressive this offseason. Jerry Tillery and Nesta Jade Silvera, those are the 6 defensive tackles that I'm keeping, which now means we're going to go to the linebacker position. And this might have been one of the most difficult positions to be able to break down for the simple fact of you could see a lot of different routes here. They're going to keep Divine Diablo. He's wearing the green dot. Robert Spillane, they signed to a 2-year, $9 million deal, so they're going to keep him. Armari Burney, they're going to keep him as well. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this was the 53rd player to make my roster. His name was Luke Masterson. Masterson, I thought, did a halfway decent job filling in last season. He's got that extra year in the Patrick Graham system. And because they like versatility and special teams, that's where Masterson gets the nod. But if the Raiders are very confident in Isaiah Polomeo's ability to also play linebacker, I could see them keeping Isaiah Polomeo and maybe keeping another safety on their 53. But for my roster projection, I decided to keep Luke Masterson. Let's now go to the cornerback room here for the Silver and Black. Duke Shelley, Tyler Hall, Nate Hobbs, all locks to make it. Brandon Faison, locked to make it. Jacorian Bennett, drafted in round 4, traded up to get him 103 overall. He is a lock to make it. So now that means essentially you're looking at Ike Brown. You're looking at Amik Robertson, Sam Webb. You're looking at Bryce Cosby, Grant, Azizi Hearn. A lot of different areas to go here because I am a believer in talent. I just think that David Long Jr. is the more talented, superior player compared to somebody like Sam Webb. And I love Amik Robertson, but this team's going to go with their guys. And for that reason, I'm going to keep David Long Jr. over Amik Robertson. Before I show you who are the special teams players and the safeties that make this team, if y'all want to interact with me and yell at me, or you want to ask me questions on social media, it's at MitchellRenz365. If anybody wants a cool Father's Day gift, I've had a few Father's Day requests recently on Cameo at MitchellRenz365. A great birthday day gift as well. And then if you want extra live shows every single Monday, every single Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, RaidersReport.locals.com. Let's go to the safety room here. You're going to keep Marcus Epps. There's been some rumors around Merrick. However, he has looked very solid during minicamp, so they're going to end up keeping him. They're going to end up keeping Chris Smith on top of that, which means you can only keep one more player as a safety. So are you going to keep an Isaiah Polamayo, who made the 53-man roster last year? Are you going to keep a Roderick Teamer, who gets, love for being a solid special teams player? Or are you going to keep Jaquan Johnson, who you signed in free agency? Well, I'm going to go with the player that offers you the most versatility. I'm going to keep Isaiah Polamayo, who has the connections with the coaching staff, is related to Kennedy Polamalu, related to Troy Polamalu on top of that. And because of that versatility, they end up keeping him. But I'm telling you, Isaiah Polamayo and then Luke Masterson, they were 52 and 53. This team could decide to go with a few different sides. And then it's the Raiders special teams group, where they're just going to keep Daniel Carlson at kicker. They're going to keep A.J. Cole as the punter. And then they're going to keep Jacob Bobenmoyer as the long safety. Huh? Not quite. It's Bobenmoyer. So that is my Raiders 53-man roster projection after mandatory minicamp. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. My question to you is this, because I know I left somebody off. Who did I leave off my 53-man roster? Every single year that I do this show, I'll say the 5 years that I've done it, I'm batting like 90. Like, I get 90% of it right. But there's always a surprise every single season. So, who did I leave off my 53-man roster? If you made it this far in the video, take a second. Go show some love to Def Jasper. I swear to y'all, I did not plan on wearing the 53 for the 53-man roster, but it does end up working out. If you love videos like this, if you want more free Raiders content, take a second right now, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way, you never miss a video. Let's go to Killa! I can't wait for tomorrow. The car is titty up?
Tidied.
Tidy. I'm leaving by 7 or 7:30. I'm so hyped. And Raiders!
We'll see you at Planet Hollywood.
We will see you tomorrow, Killa, hanging out with us. So Killa called me yesterday, and he goes, bro, I'm driving 2 hours to Las Vegas. If y'all need a ride anywhere, I'm your guy. So Killa's going to be driving us around tomorrow. We're going to be hanging out with him. We're going to be hanging out with the nation. It's going to be a good time.
Maybe me and Killa get the 4 burgers.
No, I'm telling you right now, I'm doing a wing eating contest, and I love Barcode Burgers so much. I told Chugs, anybody out there, if you show up tomorrow, I am trying to order every single burger on Barcode Burgers menu. I think they got like 10. I want to try every one. Like, I'm the type of dude, like, let's share. Let's cut that burger into 6. And I want a bite of everyone. I know. Trace literally just mooned Chugs and I. I just saw...
It's the best joke ever.
This is how white Trace's ass cheeks are. This, right here.
Oh, God.
Unbelievable. There's a lot. There's a lot of thigh right there. There's a lot of thigh right there. So...
2 eggs and a hanky.
Wow. I've seen a lot on this show. That might have been the whitest butt cheeks I have ever seen.
You want to see him again?
No. I don't. I don't want to see him again. Killa, shout out to you. Also, guys, we're getting close to 300 likes. You want a beer bong? Trizzy wants a beer bong. How about this? I'll make you a deal.
Dad might have left.
I'll make you a deal. $100 super chat. Beer boot race. He's thinking about it.
Or $50 beer bong race.
I got to do a boot.
Oh yeah.
Do a happy dad instead of a beer.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll do a happy dad boot.
Happy dad boot race for $100 super chat against me. I got one to go.
If you get a 50, I'll do a beer bong.
All right, that's
50,
fine.
I'll do a beer bong.
50 for a beer bong.
50 for 1 beer, 100 for 3 beers. What do you want?
That's fine. 50 for 1 beer bong, 100 for a boot race. So 1 beer compared to 3. It sounds like a deal to me. Shout out to Trizzies in the chat right now. I'll know about y'all. It's happy hour from here on out. We got 45 minutes. for Raiders happy hour, because then the guys got to come in here to the studio. They got to get ready for their watch party for Nuggets and the Miami Heat.
And if you're trying to hang around, be like, hey, I want more Chat Sports content now.
More.
Well, Chase Sr. and Nick Rolly the Rolly Man Roll-Off are going to be on Chat Sports main channel.
The Rolly Man Roll-Off.
It's like that commercial. It's my content and I need it now.
Oh, Rebel, once we get to Barcode, I just need you to look at the menu. Any burger's great.
Mitch is trying to get me on the peanut butter and jelly wings.
No, they do peanut butter and jelly wings, elite. You got to get a burger though. So
I think I'm going to get the Elvis.
The Elvis burger is peanut butter, a banana, bacon.
It's like that waffle.
It's so good. Dude, I'm telling the burgers at Barcode Burgers, I'm telling y'all right now, I told us the killer. It's the burgers that you can only dream of when you celebrate 420 or when you've had a few too many. Like, I'm telling you right now, that's why they have been voted 3 straight years best burgers in Vegas. They are unbelievable.
Robert, I have to lie, or I can't lie. Blue cheese bacon burger, elite.
Dude, if you get a second, go to Barcode Burgers right now, go to their menu, and look at their burgers. They are the best burgers. I'm going to say if I had to rank the top 10 burgers I've ever had, 4 out of the 10 have come from Barcode.
Here you go. You ready?
Blueberry pig barbecue sounds.
Blueberry pig barbecue.
Roasted pulled pork, bacon, crispy.
I'm telling you.
Cheddar, blueberry barbecue.
My guy Cody hooks it up. It's incredible. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, they got flaming elote cheese fries.
Dude, I saw that. I was like, that is off the chain.
Dude,
They've
so
got-
they used to do Post Malone fries, which imagine sushi and fries combined. So you would use the fries as your chopsticks to eat the sushi.
So that crispy fries and you just use them. That's sick.
Dude, I'm telling.
That's sick.
They were so good.
That's
They were
insane.
so good, man. I'm so excited.
So this
Also-
sounds like Cody spent some time with your boy Mercedes.
Also, David Zahn said this. He wants you to bring the Smart UK jersey tomorrow.
Okay.
So you're going to wear the Chugs and you're going to wear the Smart UK. So we're going to do an Allegiant Stadium tour tomorrow, and I want Chugs to wear his Chugs jersey. And then once we go to the actual event, I think you can put on the Smart UK.
I can do it either. I can do it either way. I could wear the Smart UK to the
All right. Either way,
tour.
you got to bring both, though. Yeah, Rebel, you better be hungry. If you guys pull up, man, I'm telling you, you better be hungry.
Wait, are we at Gong O'Clock yet?
What? We're not there yet. We're not at Gong O'Clock
We
yet.
actually also got another super chat from Killa.
We did. We did.
I'm going to be starving, so I think me and Chugs can eat a burger or 2 or 3. By the way, I'm bringing my boots.
Let's go!
Autograph his boot. You see the autograph his boot?
It already is.
It is already autographed.
Oh, it's that boot.
It's literally the boot on screen. What's funny about it is, I'm telling you right now,
Usually she's
Killa,
come in pairs.
we're gonna order. If you're down, bring your appetite, because obviously I'm doing a wing eating contest, so I'm not gonna be as hungry as what I want to be. We're gonna try. I'm literally gonna try to order every single burger on the menu, and I want to be able to take a bite out of each. That's the goal, dude.
What a tough problem, Mitch. I won't be as hungry as I want to be, so I can't have all the burgers.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. Robert says, "Where's the happy hour timer?" You want to get the happy hour timer going? That way we know. Robert, we got you. We got you. We got 222 people watching, and we just hit 300 likes. You know what, Chugs? I'm feeling frisky. I'm taking. We're going to do a different style of shot clock, okay? Every single super chat that happens right now, $1, $2, I want to get the first-time super chatters rolling. Every super chat that happens, I'm taking a drink. In honor of Tuna Clock, it's a different kind of shot. I'm going to take a shot of beer, or Happy Dad, if you will. But I still owe a boot, and it's making me nervous here. So, Raiders Report Happy Hour. We got 40 minutes left. And this one goes out to Mr. Brandon Jasper. So, Chugs,
Mitch,
once that clock down below hits 39.00, tuna clock starts.
until 38.
That's usually how it goes.
Yep.
Oh, man. Drink, and we taking the boot tomorrow. I'm nervous. Are you going to do a boot tomorrow?
So the only thing, Killa, which I hope you'll indulge me on this. I have to wait until after the competition.
Correct.
Because I'm going to be the one solely in charge of recording the whole competition.
Chugs has, when we go tomorrow, we do have to work, right? Like, we have to make some videos. We have to make some content. So once the competition is over, so as soon as 3 o'clock hits, essentially, probably going to be, honestly,
a little bit later.
The wing eating contest is going to be over before that. The interviews also will probably happen, so we're going to be interviewing some players and stuff.
Once I put the cameras away in the camera bag,
that's when
I'm down.
Okay.
Then I'm down.
Okay. That's probably the best. Chugs, a boot, maybe 2 boots deep and some shots and some beers. Trying to put together all the camera stuff.
Why does your name start with the K instead of a C? How about that?
He's like, these guys, I got to get away from these guys. I'll tell you this right now, though.
Colton,
every single player that shows up tomorrow, Colton is going to be the one guy where you're just like, he is a massive human being.
Colton, imagine if I was your height and you were my height. Could you imagine?
Dude. Also, Luis got one in.
Raiders! And happy hour starts. Oh, shot clock starts now. 2 o'clock.
Well, technically, but we're going to keep it.
Tuna!
Oh, man. All right. I owe you guys a boot. I got to get it down in 45 seconds. Not going to
chase that boot down with these shots of Happy Dad. Locals! For the best personal interaction, extra content, weekly pick'ems during the season, go to RaidersReport.locals.com.
I'll tell you this. You're going to have to call me tomorrow morning. No doubt.
It's okay. I'm just going to call Alex tomorrow.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Because then you'll be woken up by Alex. And
don't do that.
You'll 100% wake up.
No. Honestly, that's a bad idea.
I'm gonna spam call Alex at 3 in the morning until you wake up.
Oh, don't do that.
Mario, another one.
I will be in the doghouse if you call Alex.
She doesn't want to wake up at 3 a.m.?
No, believe it or not. I mean, if I'm gonna book my Uber tomorrow, probably like 4. I'm gonna try to get there at 4:30. We board at 4:50. It's gonna be cutting it close, but I got a shower in the morning. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm probably gonna get up at like 3:30.
Yeah.
Shower. Hit the road jack.
3 dirty.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be interesting. Is there Plan B? Are we talking?
We always use protection.
I was going to say, what are we talking about here?
Aggressive Master Raider. Wish I could make it tomorrow. Drink one for your boy. Thank you, Aggressive Master Raider. Appreciate that one. We'll take one just for you. We'll take one just for you. And I didn't even realize shot clock had been down for a little.
Yeah, wow. That was unbelievable. Holy shit. Zon. You crazy SOB. Hang on, I gotta tie my shoe. I gotta tie the shoe. Oh. Stomach. I'll tell you this though, you guys are helping me. I told Chugs I got a salad, and I mean a lot of salad. Because I'm a big believer in eat a lot of salad before a competitive eating contest because it expands your stomach. So all these drinks are really, really helping me expand my stomach.
Rebel Montana says ring the gong. Can't yet.
So here's the problem. We bang for 100, and the gong only gets rang when somebody hits 500. It's a big number, and I get it. But the only way we're getting close is if Zon... Oh, wait. No, wait. If Zon super chatted, then we're close. But I don't know if he did. I think it's only been Venmo. I'm going back. I don't see any longs on.
I think he's maybe did he do a 2? No.
Yeah, we're 50 away from Zon. I don't know if Zon's still here. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I can the only other deal that I can make is this, okay?
We could do
I would say we're 320 away from hitting the gong. If we get 320 more in supers, we'll hit the gong. That's the deal. Did you name the gong? I actually don't know if we did. We're just calling it the gong. We can call whatever you guys want. I don't know.
Long gong, silver,
right.
Howie gong, king gong.
That's what I want to do. I want to get some questions flowing, all right? Let's get some questions flowing. Let's also... Best burger toppings. Y'all are making me hungry.
What are the best?
It's going to take every ounce of me.
Mario said grilled onions or bacon. Porque los dos.
If I had to pick, I'm going to take both. But if you could only do grilled onion or bacon, this might be a hot take. I would take the grilled onions.
You know what I've liked even more than bacon, and I've gotten it at a couple places, and I think you might have put me on at whenever I first got it.
Okay.
Bacon jam.
Oh, dude. Bacon jam, I'm in.
Like better than bacon jam.
Bacon jam. I love sweet and salty. You give me sweet and salty, I'm all about it. Always all about it. We got a first-time super chatter from JJ Wiggly. First time you guys rock. And, Raiders!
Lord Only Dan's.
What up, my man? Oh, dude, bacon jam. It's undefeated.
What's bacon jam? So bacon jam is basically like...
Oh, my God. What's bacon jam?
It's bacon that you cook, you crumble it up, and you cook it in a pan with like grilled onions, brown sugar, and you let it kind of like caramelize and get down into this like a jam.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
like,
of it as the
it's like a sweet onion bacon mixture that you cook down.
Lord Buddy Bear.
We are not on loop.
We are live, Mr. Buddy Bear. We are live.
We are $320 away from hitting the gong.
Buddy Bear, here's the deal. 320 away from hitting the gong. Also, whoever the MVP of today's show is, I am going to wear your jersey.
Or your Cats jersey.
Or Roxy or Choco Bear's jersey when I go to Vegas tomorrow for my wing-eating competition against Jermaine Illuminor. The MVP right now is David Zahn at 450.
451. He's wearing a Roxy or Choco Bear jersey.
I also want to know what happened to Borelli. Borelli said 500 for a deal, and now I don't see him.
Best burger topping.
Bacon.
Bacon?
Second?
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong answer. Ask me it again.
Best burger topping.
Cheese.
See, I would take bacon jam
Over cheese.
over cheese.
Bad take.
Ah, dude, bacon jam is elite to me. Bacon jam is my favorite thing. How much cheese do I get? If it's like I love.
And what cheese are you doing? Are you an American cheese guy?
No, cheddar.
Shed?
Nope.
No, Swiss.
Nope.
Don't say provolone.
Nope.
Mott's.
Nope.
Blue cheese?
Nope.
I like blue cheese. Pepper jack?
Colby Jack, baby.
Oh, okay. Colby Jack. I don't hate it.
That's not in my top 5.
If I can just handcraft a burger.
That's like saying Daniel Jones is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Beef patty. Colby Jack, fried egg, bacon, haystack onions.
Oh.
You would eat that shit up like Kobayashi.
What are you doing?
F me up. You would eat that shit like Kobayashi.
Honestly, I probably would.
That's an elite burger.
It is. I can make you a better one, though.
Have you ever had bacon jam?
I don't know, to be honest. If I have.
Oh, my God. Yeah, see?
Is it sweet?
Yes.
Sweet and salty. It's elite. Bacon jam's elite. We got 30 minutes. Oh, see, I like tomatoes. I don't. Wisconsin hoop cheese and bacon burger. So Barcode used to do the Alec Ingold burger when he was the fullback for the Raiders, and it was cheese curds on a burger. Cheese curds, bacon.
That sounds bomb.
It's crazy like aioli. Dude,
What sauce are you going on your burger?
I like messy, so the extra sauce, let's go for it.
But if you could choose any sauce.
I think it totally depends on the burger. Like, it does. I don't know, like mushroom Swiss,
Like a basic cheeseburger.
basic cheeseburger.
Like lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, cheese. What sauce are you going? Are you ketchup and mustard, ketchup and mayo?
If there's an aioli involved, I'm in. Aioli, I'm a sucker for a good aioli. I would take ranch over ketchup.
You
though.
know aioli is basically just like mayo.
Mayo. Oh, 100%. Yeah, but if there's like a little garlic in there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
It's like a mayo.
Oh, dude, so freaking good. All right, Chugs. All right, guys, how about this? Let's get some hashtag Raiders going in the chat right now. I want to get some questions on here. We got 30 minutes of Raiders happy hour. I'm not leaving yet.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving yet. So, how are we going to do this?
All right, first question
Y'all got to let me know. How are we going to do this?
coming in from
I
Adam
gotta
Sweeney.
burp. Who we got? Adam. Who is most likely to play right guard this year? I would say the front runner right now is Natane Moody. He sounds like he is the top right guard, but don't sleep on Greg Van Roten. Like, I know that this organization likes him a lot. I know the fact that they like that he has some versatility, he has played in the AFC East before, so there is some familiarity there with this current regime. I would say, though, if the season started today, it would be Natane Moody. However, if I managed the offensive line, I personally would go with Greg Van Roten over Moody personally. I mean, you're looking at Colt Miller, Dylan Parham, Andre James, probably Natane Moody, and then Jermaine Illuminor. If the season started today, that would be your Raiders starting line. Let's go to Rob. What up, Rob? Is it possible to trade Jacobs for a quarterback like Fields in case Jimmy G? No. I mean, you got to think, like, the quarterback position compared to the running back position, RBs are just not valued, right? Like, just like we don't value RBs, minus their curly fries, elite. But, like, it would need to be like Josh Jacobs, and I don't think the Bears, even if you did Josh Jacobs in a first-round pick, I don't think Chicago would do it because of just the quarterback position compared to the running back position. So, no, you're not going to trade Jacobs for a quarterback like Justin Fields. Let's go to Mario. Who is going to get the most interceptions for the Silver and Black? It's a good question.
That's why you asked it.
Oh, man. I mean, I would say it's between... So I'm going to look at snaps, right? Like, I'm going to look at players who I believe are going to have the most snaps this season. So I would look at Trevon Merrick, Marcus Epps, Nate Hobbs. Those would be the top three players that I would vote on in terms of leading this team in interceptions this upcoming season. The sleeper pick would be Duke Shelley. But I'm going to go with Trevon Merrick. I think Merrick could be the leader in interceptions this upcoming season, playing free safety for the Silver and Black. That's where I'm going to go.
Here we go.
What do we got? I'm saving up for a Sancho jersey. Is 83 still available? Yes. 83 is still available. We actually have to update this list because I don't think it's fully updated. We have, here are all the Raiders Report jerseys that we have so far. Yeah, because we have number 88 as well. So we got to add 88 to that list.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, if you want your jersey here on the Raiders Report.
And the one I'm wearing, 67.
You gotta Venmo me at Mitchell Renz 365 LA Crash Dog number 88. Correct. Gotta add that one.
LA Crash Dog also, I know you asked earlier, 450 is our MVP right now.
Correct. Martin, you're right. We gotta update it. So 67 Smart UK. Gotta add that one on top of it. So we got a few that we gotta add. But at Mitchell Renz 365.
I'm not trying to get at Zahn, but he's not in the chat anymore.
Here's the thing, though. Zahn goes to bed early. He wakes up every morning at 3 a.m. He goes to work. He usually goes to bed at 4. I think there's a chance that Zahn's asleep. I think there is a chance Zahn is asleep. And if he is, Oh, shit. Jermaine just texted me. Said, how's the contest going to go? I'm pumped up. Do we talk trash to him?
Get him on FaceTime.
He probably won't do that.
Hey, just FaceTime him real quick.
I'll try. Let me see. He said, so how's the contest going to go?
Just tell him we're going to be sitting down eating wings. You're going to be losing.
We'll see. I am really, really going to try to go for this. He says he's pumped. It'd be dope to get him on the show. Here, let me see real quick. Wanna come on the show real quick. I'll ask him. See if he wants to pop up on the show real quick. I don't know. See if he answers. If not, we got 23 minutes, so it'd have to be
his
quick.
shirt's off.
Huh? His shirt's off?
I said $20 his shirt's off.
Maybe. He's probably in a sauna right now just soaking it up. He's probably just soaking it up right now. Man, what an incredible show we've had today. We are about 300 away from hitting the gong. How about this? You got a deal for me? I'll hit the gong, you do the boot.
If we get to 1,000?
Yes. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. 300 away. What up, Patrick B?
I was worried that at this moment you were going to be like, all right, well, somebody just Venmo'd 300. That's usually how the deals go.
Nah.
Mitch has it already, and he's like, hey, if we happen to get it, would you be down?
I'm not looking.
And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, well, we just got it.
Well, we just got it. We got 22 minutes. Raiders Friday happy hour. How about this? Who you got tonight, the Nuggets or the Heat? Can Aiden O'Connell ball out and become the next Josh Allen? You're looking at two totally different types of quarterbacks. Josh Allen and Aiden O'Connell are not even close to the same. I will say this. I've already pre-recorded the video. It's going to go out on Monday around O'Connell, around a source, around a story that I heard. I want you to watch that video. Y'all are going to fall in love with Aiden O'Connell. There's no doubt about it. But him and Josh, they're not the same. Not the same quarterback. I think if you want O'Connell to work out, you're hoping that O'Connell is more of like a current quarterback, like a Joe Burrow, a Tom Brady, a guy that's not going to use his legs. He's just going to really use his accuracy, his anticipation. He's going to use his ability to be able to read a defense
Supps.
and being a smart quarterback.
All right, we have one of our NBA insiders here at Chat Sports, Patrick Seatman. What can we expect from the Nuggets-Heat matchup tonight, and who do you got?
Tonight, I actually got the Miami Heat taking this one. I feel like every single time nobody believes in the Heat, like tonight, they always pull one out. I got the Heat winning.
Hopefully no one pulls one out tonight. Hopefully no one pulls one out tonight. I was going to ask Rolly, our resident Heat fan, but Rolly does this annoying-ass thing where he acts like he thinks the Heat are going to lose for reverse karma.
I get it.
He does it all the time. Who's winning tonight? Who's winning tonight? The Nuggets. He said the Nuggets. He's a Heat fan, and he thinks the Nuggets are going to win tonight. He thinks the Nuggets are going to win. Mm-hmm. He has his brain in a mental pretzel where he's like, if I say they're not going to win, they're going to win. So they're not going to win.
That'll happen. That'll get you. All right, y'all. Here's my deal for the final 20 minutes of Raiders Friday happy hour. I'm going to do something that I've only done once before on this show, and it's going to be – so you ever watch The Price is Right?
Yeah.
So there's that guy, he's the yodeler. He goes up, he's like the – correct. So we're going to do a yodel system here on the Raiders Report. And what do I mean by that? I mean this. If we get a $25 super chat right now, I'm going to do a beer bong. And then I'm going to give you the next deal. $25 super chat right now, beer bong. But then you got to be ready for the next deal. Here's the deal, though. If I do a $25 super chat, I need somebody to be able to take my next deal. That's the agreement that I'm making right now. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Eric has a
25.
question.
What do we got, Eric? Does Devontae get more than 1,500 yards this season? Honest opinion, no. I'm going to say under 1,500 yards. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is because Derek last season locked into Devontae too much. Some of y'all are probably like, well, wait a minute. How can you lock into Devontae too much? Like, this offense this year is going to be a lot more spread out. And they actually have more talent this season than they did last season. Like, Hooper's going to get his targets. Mayer's going to get his targets. Renfro, if he's on the team, going to get his targets. Jacoby Myers going to get his targets. And then we know Jacobs, he's going to get his work too.
And I
I
don't
would
care.
say Devontae's like 1,250, and like, I don't care about yards. I want touchdowns.
I don't care what Marshall Green says. The Raiders' tight end room got exponentially better this season because they have guys who are going to be on the field.
Yeah. Hang on.
Hanging on.
I have more Happy Dads out there on the sink. Can you go grab those real quick for me?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. Thank you. How many touchdowns do I think? I mean, I'm hoping he gets the 12, right? Like, Garoppolo's not going to be this high-profile gunslinger. I mean, that's just not the game that he has. I mean, his career high in passing touchdowns in a season's 27. Derek Carr had 24 last season. So you think about all of those things tied into that. Like, I mean, if Garoppolo throws a career high, he throws for 28, 30 touchdowns, I would imagine that Devontae is going to be 13 or 14 of those. The problem is, though, it's just, what can we get out of Garoppolo? And that's what makes me nervous. Like, I know that this Raiders team has a lot of talent on offense. Like, if you had a legit top 10 quarterback, sky's the limit for this offense. Honest to God, like, sky's the limit. The problem is, it's just Garoppolo is going to hold you back a little bit because he's Jimmy Garoppolo. Whether you like to hear that or not, that's just it's the God honest truth, man. So, oh shit. All right. We just got back-to-backers. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. I'm going to wait for Chugs to put them up on screen, and then we're going to get this party really going. So, here's my deal. Buddy Bear got to 25, which I know is a difficult number to get. So, Killa, my deal to you is this. So, Buddy Bear sent in a 25, which means I owe y'all a beer bong. The next deal, if you know the Yodel game, is this. $50 super chat is another beer bong. So, I'll make you guys a deal right now. Who's got Killa's back? Killa already sent in 20. The next guy that sends in a 30. Killa, if you want to send in a 30, go for it. The next person that sends in a 30, that's 2 beer bongs. So we already got one. And that's from Lord Buddy Bear. Okay, beer bong, I'm in. It's Friday, and all day long was feeling good.
Ooh.
Dude, I'll tell you this right now, Buddy Bear. I was feeling good, too. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm excited to be able to hang out with some of the guys tomorrow, be able to just interact with the nation. It's going to be a hell of a time. What do you got? Game on. Hang on. This one's for Buddy Bear.
There we go. Killa cruising. It's not letting me do 25. Can we count my other two $4.99 to add to 25? Let's get the prices right. My grandpa's favorite show. He's 97 and still watching it. All right, Mitch, how much does a can of Barbasol shaving cream cost at the grocery store right now?
$3.29.
Let's see.
$3.29. It's guaranteed.
No. DoorDash. I can get it for $2.50.
Ah. That's DoorDash, though. It's probably even more expensive. Killa! Guess what? Killa Cruisin' just threw one up to Patrick B, and he said, game on.
All right, let me ask you one more. And
See, here's the thing, though. Robert Jansen said plus delivery. So it's probably
Okay.
$3.29. Robert, thank you for having my back.
Okay, here we go.
What do we got?
A family bag of Chex Mix.
All right.
Over or under $3.50?
Guys, what do you think? I'm looking out into the crowd right now.
All right.
Family bag of Chex Mix.
Petey.
Over under $3.50. Over or under?
Price is right. Over under $3.50 for a family bag of Chex Mix. Over or under $3.50 a family bag of Chex Mix. Over?
I'm seeing a lot of overs. I'm going to go with the nation here. I'm going to go with over.
You are correct. It's $3.96 for a
Nice.
family bag of Chex Mix.
All right. Guys, this is a team effort show, okay? 13 minutes. We are 75 away from me doing the next beer bong. It can be a team effort.
Trey said he's still down for a $50 beer bong.
$50 beer bong from Trizzy. Let's do it. 70. It's June. It's June 9th. $69 super chat. Trizzy and I both do one.
All right, here we go. Walmart brand, great value, whole milk. Over or under $3?
Oh, man. Say that again.
Walmart brand, so great value, whole milk, a gallon. Over or under $3?
What do you guys think? Over or under? Martin says under. Buddy Bear says under. Over a little by RN. Over from Patrick. All right, I'm going to go with a legend here. I'm going to go with Patrick B. I'm going to say over.
Over. It is not over.
Ah!
It's under. It's $2.72. And we actually got our next product from Trizzy Trey.
Rebel, can I buy a Val?
All right, next item. Pepperoni Lunchable. Single pepperoni Lunchable. Over or under $1.75?
Ooh. What do you guys think? In the meantime, go to the super that came in from Kazar. Here's the deal. 59 away. We're a team effort from here on out. 59 away from the beer bong. Team effort from here on out. Oh, man. What is your confidence level of O'Connell being the starter when Jimmy G goes down? Could O'Connell beat out Jimmy? Can he beat out Jimmy? Probably not from a contract standpoint. That's not really what the Raiders want. They want O'Connell to sit back for a year, learn behind Hoyer, learn behind Garoppolo, and then be the long-term plan.
I didn't even think about how in other states milk might cost more.
Yeah. It's probably different. It's all right, though.
They said not in Vermont.
But it's national retail price.
Oh.
That's the difference.
I was
that's
just looking at our local Walmart.
So the Price is Right gets you at the national retail price is.
Okay.
That's where they get you.
How do I look?
Walmart. I love it.
Milk, national retail price. Milk is probably cheaper in Texas. You're right. I mean, things in Texas are a lot different than California.
Which is different than
Everywhere.
Pennsylvania, which is different than Florida, which is different than Kansas.
This guy gets it.
Different than Hawaii.
This guy gets it.
It is over for the Lunchable, though.
Yeah?
At least here.
Okay.
$1.82 for lunch.
$1.82 for a Lunchable.
Feels like it should be like $1.20.
I remember whenever it was 99 cents.
I was gonna say, I feel like at most $1.20.
My dad's like, I can remember when it was a nickel. Do I have confidence in Aiden O'Connell? Yes. I will say this. If there is a quarterback that is going to work in the Josh McDaniels system, I think it's O'Connell. And I want you guys are watching right now, stay tuned for the video I got coming out Monday. It's an interesting one around O'Connell, no doubt about it. We got 205 people watching, 59 away.
9 minutes and 30 seconds, exactly.
We got 59 away from the next beer bong. Wow.
By Trizzy Trace.
It's impressive. Yep. By Trizzy Trace. Oh, boy. You know what the worst part is? I got to pee.
Oh, my God.
I'm hanging on, man. I'm going to hang on for 9 minutes.
Ooh, that's a good one, Robert.
Can you put your finger away?
In
Put that thing where it came back. Put that thing back where it came from.
All right.
What do you got?
That's a good one.
What do you got?
A family bag of
Enrique, first time Super Chat Raiders, 57 away.
in Texas, not national retail price, in Texas, because that's
all
what
we
I'm
can
looking
get
at right now.
apparently.
In Texas, over or under $11 for 100 pack of Totino's pizza rolls, pepperoni.
100
Over or under $11?
for 100? Dude, I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna go under. Everyone's screaming over. I don't eat Tostinos. However,
Totino's.
exactly, I don't eat them.
Exactly.
See, Choco Bear says under, and because Choco Bear is gonna go under, give me the under.
The Texas retail price for 100 Totino's pepperoni pizza rolls is under. It's $10.47.
Let's go. Guy knows Tostinos.
John Scheffler in California, way over. In Texas, under.
Really?
I guess. Let me see.
Set the location. Set your location.
Dude, wild stuff, man. Oh, man, wild stuff. John,
Here we go.
Chef, I'll make you a deal. Yeah, I don't even know what those are, Blue. I hear you. John, I'll make you a deal. $59 super chat. I'm going to go run, put your jersey on, beer bong. If we get there, we got one more.
All right. I need a California zip code.
A Cali zip code. I have no idea. I know Santa Maria is 808, but that's not a zip code.
That's an area code.
Mario says 93266.
93266.
Let's get those zip codes going. Help out
Okay.
Chugs here.
Okay. Here we go.
Let me get the zip codes in the chat.
All right.
Zip codes
so
in the chat.
Whoa!
in Hanford, California,
All right.
that zip code he just gave me.
Yep.
Do you think the 100 pack of Totino's pizza rolls over or under the amount it is in Texas, which is $10.57?
It's got to be over. It's California. It's California. Like, if it's under, I would be shocked. Cali compared to Texas. You're telling me it's under.
Get your taser. It's $9.88.
Wow.
It's under.
Oh my God! Get your taser.
Wow. Got a super chat rolling in from FAB. Mitch, you think we do better than you originally predicted? Give a shout out to my boy Dinah. He a Raider. I'm going to keep my prediction the exact same. Like, I think this Raiders team, even with Jimmy Garoppolo, is an 8-win team. Now, do I think that they have the upside to win 10 games? Yes. I also know that they have the downside to win less than 6. So I will stick with my 8-win prediction for the Las Vegas Raiders this upcoming season.
I even searched a different one in California,
I'm
in
listening.
Burbank.
Burbank.
It's still under Texas. $9.88 for the Totino's pizza roll.
Also with that AB Super, we are 53 away
Only 5 minutes.
from the next beer bong. 53 away. F Texas from Stoffel. Honestly, Texas is helping people in Cali, I think, get cheaper. No? People are leaving Cali, coming to Texas?
Don't Cali our Texas,
Hey.
baby. They say.
Also, great value whole milk,
I'm listening.
$3.69 in California, so still less than $4.
Really?
I don't know where y'all are shopping. It looks like it's less than it is in Texas.
Yikes.
I don't know.
I think they're just, I don't know what to expect. Cali taxes everything. Yeah,
If you
kill
had to
it.
guess, 100 Totino's pepperoni pizza rolls.
4
Over or under
minutes
$11?
left. Raiders Friday happy hour.
Over or under $11, 100 Totino's pizza rolls.
Wild one. Yes, I did.
Wild one, 14.
Wild one. We are 220 away from a boot.
Also,
We are also 52 away from a beer bong. Or 53.
52, I'll do a beer shot fund.
Also, wild one.
53 and Marshall
If
do
you
a beer
want your
shot
jersey
fund.
worn tomorrow,
Yep.
350 away from being today's MVP. 351.
Well, when I said whoever the MVP is of today's show, I'm going to wear their jersey tomorrow at the wing eating contest.
And I got some bad news for you, wild one. You only got 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's tough.
I got a deal.
2 o'clock, shot clock.
Until the shot clock hits a minute and
No
a
way.
half, every $10 super chat, I'll take a tequila shot. It's Friday. Let's party.
Oh, wait. Jax has got the hat on. Let's get him. Let's get him on.
Full screen, dude.
We got Jack, which is the equivalent of hitting a gong here. What is it? He's got his Raiders hat on.
He has a Jack Keela shot ready to go. For no reason.
And he did it
yeah,
easy.
I forgot.
He did it easy.
You guys did forget. I didn't.
Patrick B. Let's rock. Let's rock today, which means we are 160 away from Jeremy doing a boot. Here's the thing, though.
They got to earn it.
We got 2 minutes. Like, we literally have to go in 2 minutes. We literally have to go in 2 minutes. So, as soon as that clock hits 0, Jeremy has to hit end. I'm telling y'all right now. Patrick B. I think the drinks are starting to hit Chuggy Bowl as well.
All righty, Patrick. Shout out to your wieners on screen.
Only 1 minute left. And and David Zahn will officially be named the MVP of today's show.
Oh, man, we're getting close.
Bulldogs. I thought they were wiener dogs.
The Old English.
English.
Old English.
Are they 40 ounces?
Maybe. What is that? Did Trace just throw up?
The one on
Oh.
the right looks like Tex after you ask him a question.
Tex, you get that sponsor link in?
Text, did you check graphics?
Yeah, we're just happy that he shows up. All right, y'all, we got 30 minutes left. This is how we're going to end today's show.
30 seconds.
What did I say?
30 minutes.
No, 30 seconds. Appreciate everyone tuning in to Raiders Friday Happy Hour. If you don't already know, go tune in to our live coverage here at Chat Sports of the Miami Heat Denver Nuggets game. Jeremy Chuggs and I, we got an early flight tomorrow. Friendly reminder, me against Jermaine Illuminor, wing eating competition from noon to 3 p.m. June 10th out in Las Vegas. Make sure that you are there. On behalf of me, on behalf of Jeremy Chuggs, and a huge shout out to today's MVP and every single person that tuned in to today's live show. I'm going to be wearing my long Zaun jersey out in Vegas tomorrow. Hopefully I see all y'all tomorrow. Here it is one more time. Peace out. Next time we go live is going to be Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. That was Raiders Friday Happy Hour.